I was thinking, and coming from like big JRPG person, that we'd be able to have like
The
it'd be
Kingdom
harder to
Key.
grind, and you could just grind materials and like make a Keyblade maxed out, but it'd be really hard. So I could take the Kingdom Key and grind enough to be like as strong as Ultimate Weapon, or maybe not that strong, but the strongest one in the game. That's what I thought it was gonna be. That would have been cool. But the fact that like the Kingdom Key is still the worst Keyblade in the game is it was kind of stupid. It was kind of pointless in my opinion. Like
What
I don't
three
know.
blades did you use the whole time?
I used my favorite was not Ever After. It was the other magic one. The
Fuck
one
you,
that
The
man.
Frozen
the
one?
Blizzard Blades.
Really?
Blizzard Blades. Yeah, I used that one, and then when I beat all the Kingdom games, I got the whatever that one was.
God,
It's the
Why is
highest magic
Chad's
keyblade.
house always burning down?
I can't
What was that one
even
called?
believe that.
Which one?
The one that you get from beating the Kingdom games. It's the highest magic keyblade in the game.
Steam,
That
the
was
Steam one?
yeah.
Isn't it like
No,
Steam something?
No, no, no. The highest I thought was from Fior. I mean from Croyonia. The ever
Coro-
after.
Corona?
Ever After?
Corona's no, Corona actually. I think Nano Boost is actually tied with Corona, the Nano Keyblade.
yeah. I didn't use any of the neutral or the strength ones. Well, actually, I did until I got like high enough ones. Because I only used 2 keyblades because I was a magic.
Same.
I had a magic base, so as soon as I ran out of magic, I just switched to the strength one, and that's it. I just had the highest strength and the highest magic the entire game. So
Yeah, I used Well, my favorite transfer. I went by transformations. I
Yep.
enjoyed having a double pistol transformation, which again I ended up using the Honey Blasters because they ended up being the best of the 3, I believe.
wait, were they?
Out of the double gun ones,
I
out of the
just
ones that turn into guns.
I thought it was the one that you get from Tinseltown. Then it was the Honey Blaster.
Which again, that's just Bray, the ex Keyblade wielder who uses double guns, and all the Keyblades turn into double guns. That better go somewhere one day, but that's besides the point.
Say that again. I didn't follow that.
Break uses double guns, and now that happens to be like a prominent Keyblade
Oh,
transformation.
break. I think it said break. I was like, what the hell are you talking
Break. Break, yeah. My game's loading. I'm gonna look at the Keyblades real quick. Because that's bothering me about
I can my 3 most, or my main 2 that I really liked the most was Ever After, because that transformation,
Yes.
when you fucking just do square, you can just do square a whole bunch of times, have a whole bunch of clones out, and then mash X and just fucking destroy somebody.
Classic Tone.
Yeah, classic tone. Yeah, that one has a higher magic stat than the ultimate weapon.
14 magic, yes.
Yeah. So that was my favorite one once I got it. But it was whatever one you got in Frozen, that one, and then Ultimate Weapon were my 3 favorites.
Crystal Snow.
Yeah, Crystal Snow.
I used Nano Gear, Wheel of Fate, and Ever After most of the game.
I didn't like Wheel of Fate because the way it looked. I didn't like the look.
Wheel of Fate, that's
It's
Pirates.
the closest
Yeah,
we'll ever get
I like
to be a
that one.
Dragoon in Kingdom Hearts.
It's
It's
first thing I
Dragoon.
get to
You
what?
play a Dragoon. Like that's a Final Fantasy Dragoon. He's got fucking jump. He's got the rapid thrust move. He's a Dragoon. It's the highest strength one too.
It felt like,
Yeah.
Besides Ultima.
gameplay wise,
A lot of people
it
like
was
that
really
one.
good.
I lied. Classic Tone is the best Keyblade in the game.
Well, the best magic based one. It is.
Its
Ultimate has
strength
the
is
highest
equal. Its strength is equal with Wheel of Fate.
No, yeah, but okay. Are you excluding Ultimate Weapon? Because Ultimate Weapon has the highest strength stat.
Yeah, it was. I don't even see
Okay.
my ultimate weapon. Oh, because it's equipped.
Yeah,
13.
excluding Ultimate Weapon, then yes.
But yeah, those. And again, I used the Nano Boost just because it was a combination of all the different transformations. Like you tap square a few times and it did the yo-yo, and then it turned into the other things. It was a combination. Oh, the hammer. It had a hammer move. It was just a combination of all the different kinds of transformations.
Stun
Yeah,
protection.
see See, that was a big problem with me. Like when people say the game was too easy, I think that they're cheaping it a little bit. But like the reason it was easy, you gotta actually think about it, is that like there were just so much you could do, overwhelmingly. Like shot locks, you could do flow motion, you could do all the all the transformations, the attractions. There's so many invincibility frames on everything. You gotta upgrade your keyblades. It was just too much, to be honest. It was too much you could do.
I think if they could have scaled back how quickly you got your finishers. You know, instead of like hit, now I can do Thundaga. You know what I mean? Like it should have been more. It should have been a little more special to hit triangle, instead of that being hit just as often as X.
Well, from what I've heard, people who pick defense and strength, they ended up using magic. I can't confirm this, but they ended up using magic anyway because magic was so OP in the fucking game. Like it didn't matter. Everybody just spammed the fucking magic commands because grand magic is fucking broken.
Okay, in my experience though, there's no Kingdom Hearts game that exists that you can't just Thundaga the entire game.
Kingdom Hearts 1.
Really?
Kingdom Hearts 1 was ass at magic. It was the worst magic KH there was. Strength was everything in that fucking game.
Right. But if you had a good magic and there were those few spots where if you got surrounded, or certain enemy types, like big dudes, or the shield-headed guys, Thundaga.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You just spam the Thundaga, and that's, yeah. So Thundaga has always just been... I'm so used to Waterga.
I'm so used to the recharge bars now that I forget about the MP bars. But or the MP blocks. But yeah. Oh, speaking of that, Zach, let's talk about the fact that like the magic weaknesses made no sense. Like fire was strong against water and shit. Like everything threw me the fuck off, and they don't explain it. Like you go to the enemies and it doesn't tell you what's weak to what. I'm like, what the fuck? It was so confusing to figure out. Water was weak to fire. That goes against everything we know. What the fuck?
It's like Final Fantasy X in just in the sense where there's fire, lightning, and then it's ice and water. Like you ruined the trifecta here. Like
I think water was cool, but
it's also kind of pointless.
What were you trying to say, Chaz?
No, just go ahead. I mainly just use fire, to be honest, because it just seemed like it was easier to target like the specific guy with fire and just nuke him down.
That was ice for me. If it was a single target floaty thing, ice, because it would always fan out and hit everything around it. I spammed ice a lot.
One time.
Really?
I used it a couple.
So did you know if you used Blizzaga on the ground, it made an ice trail, right?
Yeah, it made it easier to get closer to your target. So you just jump on
I spammed the shit out of that. Yes, I would use ice and then slide along the rail and then do a flow motion like slam.
Did you ever use a Rosa? Holy fuck, that one was powerful. That one was fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, because I used Ever After the whole game, so yeah.
Yeah, it tells
once you level it up to 7, Rosa is the thing it unlocks.
What was everybody's favorite transformation?
That one.
Definitely Ever After.
Ever After?
Yeah.
I like the Blizzard Blades. I like that up close and personal, like
Ever After, yeah. Well, so do I, but Ever After just made me feel. It made you feel like Yen Sid, dude. Like you're a magic god going. And I don't even think I did magic. I'm pretty sure I picked strength in the beginning. But yeah, the final move too just felt like the holiest move ever.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like mega holy.
And that shit was so powerful and you're invincible throughout the whole thing. Like that's what I'm saying again. It's just like there's so much you could do and there's so many invincibility frames. And then again, they didn't scale the enemies up, so it was like stupid easy. Like again, you could not use any of the attractions and do the level 1 EXP.
Another thing that was stupid.
This is how
Go ahead.
Oh, this is how I feel about it being easy. I feel like this is the 13th game, and he's been fighting the Heartless and Nobodies. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. He's been fighting the Heartless and Nobodies. It should be easy to take them out.
Yeah, you see why that you know why that doesn't work though? Because he just lost his power at the end of the last game. He lost 80% of his power. He was supposed to be starting from scratch for the most part.
I know he lost his powers, but at the same time, How hard is it
He
to
didn't
learn
really,
them?
yeah, I know.
How hard is it to learn them again for the third time? It's kind of like just
That's
getting on a
like
bike.
never mind, I can't talk about that.
I love.
I was just went into some hunter shit. Um, yeah, no,
You just casually spoiled the end of Hunter.
almost.
But
I'm
Yeah,
literally at the final fight of the Chimera arc, just waiting. Like everybody's set up in their battles and shit, and I'm just like waiting for it to finish. How long has it been, Zach? Like a couple months now, and it's still not done. The Chimera arc is still not done, let alone the election.
oh, in
arc.
English? In English?
Yeah, in English.
Oh, okay.
yeah, because it
It's-
was on weekly on Toonami.
Oh.
What? See, I don't understand why anime does that. What? Just drop them. I know you got them made. Fucking twat. Okay,
Well,
we're gonna end up talking about Hunter and Hunter the whole thing.
just
Anyway,
my final thought on that, I guess. It's just mainly because they have to dub them, and it took time to dub them and whatnot. But
Yeah, I don't know about that though. I'm pretty sure they go in and just spend 7 hours recording a couple episodes at a time.
yeah, I don't know. It's annoying though, but anyway.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was easy. Yeah, again, they could have just. Oh, that's what I want to say. The XP not scaling either with enemies. It was
oh yeah.
like for me, I didn't have to even. I got from level 50 to 99 in like 30 minutes, but
What do you mean by the
Um,
EXP not scaling?
like they like the bomb enemies or whatever, they always gave 243 XP. Always, the entire game, 243 XP.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, no, all the enemies
Well-
always gave the same amount of XP.
Well, technically, all the games did that, but there was like this one event that scaled everybody up or whatever. You know, like in one it's Hollow Bastion, and then in two it's whatever it was. I don't think they had that in this game. So, but then again, you could literally just gain fucking 30 levels just in the fucking pirate ship. So, I mean that shit gave you so much EXP.
Yeah, I got most of my levels there, and I finished the rest of them in Battle Gate 8.
Yeah, the battle gates are, dude. They give so much fucking EXP. It was
They
dumb.
do.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm not here for XP, I'm here for ingredients. Stop it.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was another thing. How did they not catch how annoying that shit was in like testing and shit? Every 5 seconds. I know it's a meme now, but seriously, dude, the ingredients thing got on my goddamn nerves. But
The same person
you'd
who
have
tested
time.
Ignis.
Well, I'm standing. Literally, I tested it. I stood in front of a lucky emblem, and none of the motherfuckers would say a word. Like sometimes they would, and then other times they wouldn't. But every time we pass an ingredient, by God,
I think
motherfuckers-
they were scripted, because I remember in Olympus, I ran by one somewhere in the
The
city.
emblem?
Yeah, and I heard Goofy say it, and then I ignored it because I didn't care, and I came back and Goofy said it in the same exact spot. It was like near Zeus's statue somewhere.
I think you have to
but-
stand at a specific spot for them to say it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think they have to see it because there was one in Pirates. You remember the one behind the like little ball in the jail cell? And
Oh, yeah.
he kept saying that
Fuck
there was
that
one in
one.
there, and I couldn't find it. I had to be looking at the thing to fucking see it. So
Yes, you had to go in the cell and look down.
yeah,
That was one of the last ones I couldn't. Yeah, that one was stupid.
I actually found
And
that
you're
one
right.
fast.
Goofy did freak. As soon as I entered the stairs at the bottom of that building, one of them would say something.
Took me goddamn forever. But yeah, yeah, I tested the lucky emblem thing because I'm sitting here because I tried to find as many as I could without looking them up. Some of them were just goddamn impossible. But like I tried, and I would literally go through each little thing. And I'm like, all right, guys, you want to say some shit? Like they would never say it when you needed them to. Shit was annoying. But I knew every ingredient on that goddamn map. Let me tell you. I'm watching gameplay of it, like people playing it, and I just every time, this looks like it's and it takes Donald fucking ages to fucking say it too. God damn it.
Yeah, because that's a compliment. Ingredients? You know how many that's like 4 syllables. That's too much. Dude, the secret of Donald Duck is to not make him say so many syllables.
Yes, he has Down syndrome otherwise.
His
God
face
damn.
is constructed from how mad he is. Like,
But yeah, I guess. I don't think it's any more meme than Ignis was. I think it's just fresh.
You think what's fresh? Sorry, I took my headset off for a second.
Like, I don't think it's any worse than Ignis.
Oh yeah, no, I got flashbacks. Dude, I think they should have a spin-off of a cooking with fucking Ignis and Donald. God damn it.
Please don't give the man any ideas.
And Ratatouille's restaurant. They're chefs in Ratatouille's restaurant.
But to be honest,
By the way, was Ratatouille... I've never seen it. Was he voice acted in that fucking movie, or was he silent? Because a lot of people are wondering why he wasn't talking.
I think he was silent.
Yeah,
No,
I've never seen Ratatouille, so I have no idea.
I believe he did
never seen
talk, but he only could talk to other mice. So because we were human,
Oh,
I believe.
gotcha.
I'm pretty sure he only talked to. I mean, I'm pretty sure the talking role in that movie went to the human, who isn't even in this. Because again, my whole time was like, why are they calling him Little Chef? Is it like offensive to call him a rat? And then I like realized like that was not.
Well, I haven't watched the movie, but my kid has Disney Adventures, or it was a Disney game, and he talks to other mice in the game. So, you know.
Oh yeah, Remy is Patton Oswald.
Oh
They
god.
wouldn't hire Patton Oswald and not have him talk.
Yeah, yeah,
So.
that makes sense. See, they should have done that. Like maybe he like even a throwaway line just so we could see it. Because again, I haven't seen the movie, so I just figured he was silent in the movie. I had no idea.
I've seen
So-
a couple people notice that it's not Tom Hanks and whatnot in Toy Story. And
Yeah,
they're little-
that's part of my notes. There's a lot of voice acting that got on my nerves. That you could tell. I don't want to drift into story stuff here, but like I had to say, Xehanort, the voice actor, was so noticeable to me because that groggy voice he had and all the other like I had to let it go because I was like, oh my god, dude, it was so noticeable. Phil didn't talk because apparently his Japanese voice actor died. I didn't even notice Phil didn't talk until everybody was freaking out about it.
Failed in. Oh no! I knew instantly that he just like he was in the shot and he just looked up and he was just like, and then hopped on the. No, dude, I was like, why didn't he talk?
Yeah, because
I knew
every other game, he's like, hey, Phil, you know, he's so charismatic. So
I it slipped my mind, but he should have called it, champs in the making or something.
there's two other ones that I want to bitch about voice acting wise, but I'm gonna cover that in the story part because that kind of goes into story stuff. So I'll get to those two later. But yeah, a lot of the voice acting was noticeably like that's not the character. What's his name? Randall in Monsters Inc. wasn't his, voice actor. There's a lot. I don't know why they did that, but there are literally people who can mimic voices. Hire someone who sounds like fucking Tom Hanks. I don't understand.
Well, since you want to hold off on the voices for the story thing, is there anything left in mechanics? We can kind of hop into world talk now.
Oh, did you?
Hold on.
Did you
trying to
talk
think.
about what was the hardest part, or do y'all want to go through what was the hardest part for you, or your favorite worlds?
Like
That's
difficulty
kind of
enemy wise or
Kind of a mechanics thing, I guess.
Gameplay wise, yeah, gameplay wise. What was your favorite part?
Wait, hold on. Favorite or difficult?
Most difficult, both. We'll do one for one, whichever one you want to start with.
Okay. Well, I'll just say it like this. Early game, the only place I struggled in was Toy Story. I don't know what it was about
With the
that. but
robots.
those robots
Oh.
fucked me all to hell.
Yes,
So-
robots sucked.
If
Yes.
you weren't in a robot, then you were getting fucked up.
Right,
Um,
but robots stupid.
Yeah.
Give me gas shit.
I had two difficult parts. Like for me, because I was doing not like a speed run, but more like a less grindy run. The pirates was definitely tough for me.
Yeah.
Doing this final ship battle.
Those even now at the end, like even level 99 right now, those hook heartless, the big ones that hang from the hooks, they hit pretty fucking hard still, even at level 99.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they gave me a problem too. That was, I want to say, the most difficult, not final world, because I think not final world but Badlands. I also had troubles.
Yeah,
with
I mean, obviously, yeah, the
Badlands.
final battles were difficult, but yeah, if we're just talking about like main game. See, I played every critical mode, so I'm kind of looking at it from that's gonna be fucking horrible in critical mode type of thing. And so yeah,
Yes.
definitely Pirates, definitely Toy Story is gonna be a rough one.
I think I'm gonna cry on Pirates.
There's another one I can't remember off the top of my head. Say it again.
I'm looking forward to critical mode because I'm not gonna grind it all until I hit a wall and I feel like I have to. I'm just gonna blow through story after story.
There was one enemy that annoyed the shit out of me. I can't remember off the top of my head. But
Yeah, I can't remember any of them either. I know there was 1 or 2 spots that were silly or dumb. You know, I got tripped up on.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well, I heard horror stories about the pirates, so I already knew to upgrade my ship as soon as possible because I already heard people being like, I literally can't beat the final, thing with the ships, and I was like, oh shit. What a YouTuber I follow was like ranting about it. So
Yeah, again, even now at the max level, even with the Black Pearl, if you're out sailing and the boss ship shows up with like the red orbs on it and everything,
yeah,
it'll still fuck you up
yeah.
if you don't like be careful with it.
I depended on attractions. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't get those attractions, I probably wouldn't have beaten it.
yeah. Again, I want to reiterate. I think that they should make an update to the game where not only can you toggle attractions off, but you can literally pick which ones you want off and on. Because there's a couple. Well, the one I hate the most is that stupid splash one where you're in the inner tube and you're.
I got used to that.
I don't like
it takes the longest to cancel.
Yeah, I don't like the merry-go-round. I don't like the blaster. I like the pirate ship, and then
I like
the coaster.
I didn't mind the shit. What one did you just say?
The coaster, but you can't like spam.
No, merry-go-round. Merry-go-round. Why didn't you like the merry-go-round?
It sucks.
I just didn't because you had to hit it. It was the only one where you had to hit that little line, and I kept missing it, and I was like, God.
I appreciate that, but
I didn't play them. My order of, if I were to sit here and be like which ones I liked, which ones I didn't, whichever ones I can just mash triangle through the fastest are the ones I like. And merry-go-round was one of the quickest.
If you actually try to use merry-go-round, it sucked because for some reason, no matter what enemy it was, they walked out of merry-go-round's range. So you would hit a lot of excellence, but you wouldn't hit anybody.
Yeah. One thing for me with the attractions that was annoying early on, they ended up fixing it with the extenders, but it was the fact of like everything had such short timers. So you're trying to think about, oh shit, which button do I hit to toggle to Grand Magic, and then you hit the thing, and by the time you did that, the Grand Magic would be gone. Again, once you get all the extenders, everything lasts so long that it doesn't really matter. Oh, and another thing is if you leave an area, you go to the cutscene, like it takes away your thing. That was stupid.
Oh yeah.
Because there's times it would like force you to cancel. You're like, no, I wanted to use Stun God to whatever it was. I just making shit up, but
I had happy ever after waiting on deck. And that was gone.
Well, if you played on Xbox, you got Thundazi or something. Oh no, if you pre-ordered from Amazon, you got higher level Thunder Magic, which I still think is bullshit. Fuck you people. You pre-order bonuses. How dare you Sully Kingdom Hearts like that?
Yeah, dude, at least make them purchasable. At least.
And wait, and again, I'm not trying to argue, but Blizzard Boost is on like one other piece of gear, and it's trash. And I don't think what is Thunder Boost on? Like, you have to put on some garbage gear just to get it.
I don't know.
I think you do get Thunder Boost in whatchamacallit though, Magic, if you chose Magic.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. I can't believe I didn't write this down. Some of the things that annoyed me were the horrible explainers on some of the moves, and they changed like once more. They renamed it to Withstand Combo, which is way more accurate of a name, but it's always been once more. That shit was annoying. And then yeah, a couple of the descriptions I had to like Google.
Yeah,
it.
they took away the whimsical names.
Huh?
Yeah, they took away like the fancy wing. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one where it talked about like I forgot what it's called, but like basically what it does is it conserves your one little last MP until you use a cure or something. Even Biscuit could not figure that out until he tested it. He was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" Like it was so confusing to like figure out what it meant. I was like, what
Speaking of Biscuit, Biscuit's gonna be in Jump Force. Are you excited? Are you gonna get the game now, Kyler?
I don't know. let's
Okay.
not get on tangents on that.
I'm just sorry, but Biscuit's just stupid. That's a waste of a character slot. I don't give a fuck who thinks anything. It's so
Um,
stupid.
I did like the addition of the food shit because I could see that being a big deal on level 1 runs. Well, a necessity and also critical mode. So that, I mean, that'll be cool when it actually matters. But
That's what I'm saying. When it matters, right now I forgot it was there. I used it twice, and that's just because I was like clearing out my, the new when it says you have new shit, and you have to like click on it once.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
um, yeah, there's a couple more game mechanic things I want to talk about, but like I loved how like smooth everything felt, like him running up walls and all that kind of shit. Like that shit was dope as hell. I love that shit.
Oh yeah, you're once you got like a couple of those full motion extenders, you're able like to bounce off a wall to wall in caves and stuff.
Yeah, well, I never really used full motion, but I'm just talking about just running. I don't know, everything just felt really smooth. I mean, I don't know. It's whatever. I don't know how to explain it more than that. It just like it felt good. Like running around a store
It does.
really
It feels good.
Yeah,
yeah.
like transitioning from walking to running on walls to gliding to air sliding, it all.
Well, one problem I did
smoothly.
have is every other game has like Kingdom Hearts 2 was the best game for like traversing the worlds, and the worlds were so small. These games were way too big to not have shit like Super Glide. Why the fuck was Super Glide not in the goddamn game? Like that was annoying. Like like Glide was so slow, which it always is, but like it was hard to traverse these fucking huge ass worlds. I did like that you could warp in map and didn't have to like go to the overworld and all that shit. That was kind of cool, but
I really hated Corona. Corona had that one part in the middle with all the different
dark
random pathways and stuff.
Really, Frozen's World.
I loved Frozen's World, to be honest, and I love the music in that world. I think that's
my
my favorite world.
It's my favorite world. I love Frozen now. I'm ready to see Frozen 2 now because of it.
Frozen 2 looks hype.
But
hold on. Before we get to worlds, let me say one more thing about.
Okay.
My biggest problem mechanically, and this thing was so. I don't know if this counts as mechanic. Maybe it does, but it was so annoying, and I mentioned it in chat. These worlds were amazing. They were fleshed out. They were fun to explore. They were goddamn enormous. Even like the smaller worlds are fucking enormous, except for Twilight Town. That doesn't count. But why the fuck did they not have an overhead map, man? The amount of times I got turned around and lost, it's so dumb. This map is way too big to not have an overhead map. It's like I said in the chat, DDD literally had an overhead map, and it showed you which door you came from. You'd be in this giant-ass place, and there's 7 different exits, and you have no idea which one you came from. It all looks the same. You're like, God fucking damn it, man. It made finding shit like kind of a nightmare.
I read a thing, I don't know if it's legit or not, I don't know if it came from Nomura or not, but somebody said that the only reason the other games had them is because they were originally made for small handheld devices. So a little mini-map wouldn't have cut it because you couldn't be able to see that in a small screen anyways.
Wait, say that again? What was made for small screen devices?
The overhead
All the other game, every game that has an overhead map like that was made for the titular the titles, the 1, 2, 3 don't have that. All the games that were made for small screens have that.
Right. No, I get that. My point of bringing up DDD was the fact that like they have done it in the past. Because again, the other games.
There's no reason not to bring it over. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the worlds were too huge. So that was my 2 biggest complaints. Like, obviously, the worlds being so big was amazing, but that was my 2 biggest drawbacks. Was 1, you couldn't traverse them easily, and 2, like you got turned around. Like, I mean, everybody was talking about getting lost and shit, especially in like Tangled and Frozen and that kind of shit. Some of the worlds were easier because Toy Story's a fucking mall. It's kind of easy to figure out where you're going and shit. But like other worlds were kind of difficult. So.
Yeah.
Why the fuck was Twilight Town so limited? Fuck that shit.
Oh my god, yeah. You know how many people are upset they didn't get to go to digital Twilight Town? How many people expected to? Like, again, I don't know if that's their fault or whose fault that is. I kind of expected to go there myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm not up in arms about it. But yeah, Twilight Town is literally just there to have somewhere for a postcard. Like.
Yeah.
It could have just been cutscene. That's all. If they like, there's no reason we had to go there. If they weren't gonna flesh it out.
Yeah, it definitely felt. I mean, it definitely kind of felt like kind of the homeworld, but it still it was so limiting. Like I kept running around, and the other worlds are huge, right? So I'm used to running around, and I kept hitting the invisible walls and shit, and I was like, or hitting, the blocks, and I'm
But
like,
see, that's the
damn.
problem though. Why would that be the home world? If we need if they wanted a home world, quote unquote, why not just Destiny Islands?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's Sora's mother?
Wait,
She said, "Honey, dinner's ready," and then was never written in again.
Let's not talk about that. Obviously, Gummy Ship was dope. Fucking fight me. Dude, as someone who
gonna
was
say, 'cause that
100%
could
in
fuck
every
with
Gummy
mechanics.
thing, Gummy Ship was fucking dope. It was amazing. I loved every second of it. I stopped playing the game until I 100%ed it. I could not put it down. Fuck you, fight me. Gummy Ship was amazing. I love that shit.
I mean, I did it all. I'm upset that some of the hardest fights in the game, if not the hardest fights I had in the game, were the Gummy Ship fights.
Yeah, dude, the first time that dude one-shotted me, I was like, how the fuck do you beat this guy? I was like, oh my god. But then you go back with a Golden Highwind, you just like shred him. Like I said, to get an air rake on him with the Golden Highwind, you literally have to like
Not kill
hold
him.
back. Yes,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah, dude, those were the super boss. That's what I kept saying. Those were the fucking super bosses of the game. They made Dark Inferno look like a goddamn joke.
Well, I've beaten Dark Inferno twice since we've been talking. It's just, I don't know, it's not even a challenge. I'm just,
Yeah,
I just
again,
mash and-
that's
and
when I see.
retaliate.
But because the second or third phase of the fight, whichever is his last phase of the fight,
He has phases?
it's hard to get an attack in, so I could definitely see that being a challenge on critical mode for sure. So he'll be hard. He's just not at the moment. Because yeah,
I know,
that
but I'm
last big
tired
fight.
of fucking... there can only be so many games with Nomura attached to it where you say, oh, that game will be dope one day.
Yeah.
Like, you can't keep doing that, dude. That's why I keep saying, like, dude, legit, like, fuck your feelings. If I could cancel Final Fantasy VII tomorrow with a Switch, I would. Just let him work on this series, let him focus, because this man needs that.
Dude, I have no emotional attachment to 7. Like, if it went away, I'd be cool. I mean, I'll
Good.
play it if it comes out, but I'm not like, my dick's not hard for it or anything. So.
April 3rd was getting something. They put a tweet up saying April 3rd, uncover Final Fantasy VII, and then took the tweet down.
Well, I'm not invested because we're gonna get one part of the
Again, we
game and
don't
have to
care
wait
about.
another couple years and get, it's like, it's gonna
Oh,
be.
yeah.
I'm not gonna care until the whole thing
I forgot
comes out.
about
Like,
I forget about the episodic thing.
yeah. So like, I don't give a shit. But
You will one day.
yeah, whatever.
It'll be great one day.
Yeah.
Oh,
7 was never my favorite, but anywho, what do you think
Yeah,
about the
Chip-
Gummy Ship, Chaz?
Chip was cool.
To be honest, I didn't really focus on it at all. I'm gonna go back and do it one day, but I didn't really do it. I did like most of the battles that I did do. Some of the super bosses, they were fun, easy to dodge, and I also like the customization because of all the crazy little designs that everybody had with like the Dragon Balls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was dope.
Yeah.
I will say, I only had the Schwarzenegger Ziegenhogen and the other ship thing.
One more
left-
time.
I don't, the Schwarzenegger Ziegenhogen. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
man.
that's his name for sure. I can't say it either.
Yeah, it's
Schwarzenegger
some
Hitler
variation of German
Jews.
tank. Yeah. I had those two bosses left. That one, and then not the first world super boss, but the last world's boss. We had to kill the 4 to unlock him.
Oh, Omega.
Yeah, I had Omega and Schwartz left to do, and then I found out that you could pick any of those other gummy ships and not actually have to build them.
Oh yeah, dude, that pissed me off because I didn't know because I'm like I couldn't get some of the
Yes!
materials and I'm like, how do you get them? And they're like, oh, it's just look based on the blue rocks. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I found out from Power Picks you can actually just take them and go. You have to customize them. I'm like, fuck.
I know.
That
I
would've
was
been nice to
mad.
know.
I had done everything else, literally everything else in the gummy ships before I found that out.
Yeah, that was not explained.
I
very
kept
well, 'cause
making my
I struggled
own
with that too.
and tweaking it and changing it. I probably spent like 4 hours tweaking and changing gummy ships to
Mhm.
get through
Yep.
everything. Didn't need to do
Yep.
that.
That
Didn't need
yeah,
to do
that was
that
kind
at
of
all.
Well,
that
I'm
was
glad I
kind of
know
fucking
that
annoying,
now.
but yeah, you could just take them out and go. You only have to get the blueprint materials and shit if you want to edit and customize those ships. But a lot of them are powerful on their own. So
And I suggest just looking up a constellation guide and going and snapping a picture of them, because those are probably the
dude, some of
seven
those
best.
constellations were stupid.
Stupid.
The angles you had to get on them were like dumb. I'm like, what? How the fuck do you do this? This is dumb.
That's all the Final Fantasy we're getting though.
Oh god. Shit. I can't. Is there anything?
Game
I'm
play
sorry,
or
but I don't
something?
agree with his fucking his. They would have diluted the plot. They didn't have any plot left to dilute. It's not like they had anything to wrap up.
Right.
Leon could have showed up and smiled, and we all would have been okay.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I didn't notice just because of everything going on, the
I
plot,
know, me
all the shiny
either.
stuff. I didn't notice. But the one thing I'm retroactively annoyed about is we did not get the Sephiroth Cloud finisher and the Sephiroth
Retroactively.
Super Boss. No, because they literally left it on a cliffhanger for them to finish it up, the trilogy, the final battle, and they didn't fucking do it. Like, what? At least do that. There was time for that. How dare you?
Well, people are speculating, and when I say people are speculating, is I saw a Reddit post about 2 hours ago that
Yeah,
brought
I
up a
already
really
know
good
what that means
point.
when you say it.
That circular area up at the top of Zeus's thing, like
The
turn that into
pointless
an
area
arena.
that there's no purpose to whatsoever?
They should turn that into an arena with some DLC.
Yeah. I spent a long time looking for emblems in that thing because I'm like, there's got to be a reason this is here, so.
And it's not. It's outside and like across the entire world in the clouds.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that shit.
How many
was
times
kinda
did you
hard.
go up and down the slidey thing trying to get your fucking blaze gems? Or
A
whichever.
lot of
yeah, but-
times.
Yeah, fuck
That shit was fucking annoying.
That was the only place, dude. That's still the only place in the game you can like do that. There's no
Dude,
other place to get blaze gems.
That's the only game where I got the rare shit and I struggled getting like the level 1 tier stuff that wouldn't fucking drop. I kept getting second and third level shit, and I'm like, can you just give me the basic shit? Like, why the fuck is the easiest shit the hardest to get? What the fuck is that?
Well,
shit?
I spent an hour grinding crystals when again I needed gems. So
I had no
was
problem
like,
getting
fuck.
crystals whatsoever.
Yeah, me either. That's why I was like farming them to make sure I had enough to just synthesize and blow through it. But I didn't need them. I needed the gems.
Yeah, I did not understand that at all because I noticed throughout the game I'm like, okay, these are high level shit and the drop rates are not that bad. And that's before I even used the Lucky Deputy or the Favorite Deputy and the Lucky Lucky Ring. So I'm like, the Lucky Luckies were kind of pointless. But then like the low tier shit would not drop. I couldn't get shards and fucking stones to save my goddamn life. I got gems and crystals off the asshole though. The fuck is that shit?
Yep.
That
Yeah,
made no
and at
sense.
the end of the game, I had like 200 Betwixt gems or whatever, like the Twilight and Betwixt. Like those just showered. I was
Yeah.
showered in those. And there's
Why
hardly
the
any nobodies in the game.
I don't think this is a story. I think this is mechanic-y. Why the fuck did we not get an Unversed, Nobody, and Heartless level? I was so hoping to get all 3 of them at once. That would have been dope.
Oh,
That
I
never
think the better
happened.
question is why was there like Unversed in 3 hallways in the whole game, let alone
Yeah, yeah.
in a level.
They like we're talking about Unversed and like they were barely in the game. There's a lot of Nobodies and Heartless, but like barely in Unversed. I guess because they're tied to Vanitas, I guess, but still.
Okay,
Like,
well, Vanitas was still there. And he's a dick. He's a kid.
Yeah,
He's
but
a
he was
dick.
in
Like,
Monsters Inc. though. That was the thing. So they should have figured that out. You know, he's figured everything else out with some crazy they time traveled or alternate reality shit. He could figure out how to put Unversed in the goddamn game. So.
well, yeah, because why would I don't know, nobody and Heartless show up together when in actuality there's only one person that should be controlling Heartless.
Say that again?
Well, there was Heartless and Nobodies in almost every level,
Yeah.
but only one person can control Heartless, and that's Ansem. Like nobody else has the power to control Heartless.
No organization members. I remember them summoning Heartless before.
Did
They
they?
throw shadows and
I
shit,
thought
so
just
like,
like
yeah.
I thought only Xemnas Maybe Xidax did.
I remember them doing that. Oh, tell
Yeah,
me
I
this.
think
Something I've never noticed.
No, you're right. Because in 2, it was a big deal. Because Sora literally said something about Heartless, and Xidax was like, "What do you mean?" And then like summoned some, I think. And that was the 1,000 Heartless fight.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that 10,000 Heartless fight, that was dope as fuck.
It was pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
I like how they added that back in. That's something he didn't have to do. That I thought was cool. And then you ended up with the roller coaster.
Well, okay, wait. This is a mechanic. The Keyblade thing. The fight when you come back in time and you finally get to do the fight. Like Sora just rides a fucking wave of Keyblades that the fucking like millions of players of the mobile game.
I thought that was dope though that they included.
Yeah,
that.
It
was
was.
cool.
I'm mad I didn't play the mobile game.
Right?
I'm like,
It was
I
like-
could have been up there if I wasn't lazy.
Yeah, but it's also no more kind of being a fucking troll there and like pimping his mobile game there because like you too could be featured. And, you know, like, come on.
No, he
more.
didn't need to pimp the mobile game. Everybody was lost already because of the mobile game.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 fucking iterations of it, so you got to get lore across all 4 of the games. It's kind of stupid.
Well, technically the mobile game takes place only after the war. It's some PC game that was shut down that takes place before the war. That's why there's a movie that explains it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, there's something with the underwater or something. Where was it that you couldn't switch your keyblades? Was it underwater?
Probably.
That was annoying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's something where you couldn't switch keyblades or whatever. You were locked in. I was like, God damn it.
Yep, it was underwater.
Yeah, that shit was annoying.
Underwater felt really good though for underwater.
It did.
There's let alone Kingdom Hearts. There's not a lot of games out there in general that go underwater very well.
Yeah, that was really well done. But, okay, I want to say this. This is probably kind of story, but it's not going to lead to anything. But one of my favorite moments in the game, I'm not a big fan of the Sora getting stupider every game, because I will argue with you that I don't think he originally was that stupid, and he's got stupider every game. But, dude, I laughed so hard when that treasure chest with his tentacles sticking out, and Donald and Goofy are like, they're like, Sora, that looks shitty, we probably shouldn't do that. And he goes, no, we need to do it, I'm a pirate. And goes down there and the tentacles are sticking out. And we're like, shut story, you dumb. There's literally tentacles sticking out. And he's like, I'm a pirate. Shut the fuck up. I laughed so hard. I just fucked it up. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, that shit was so funny.
Yeah,
Fucking
so,
moron.
dude, the pirate world brought out, like, Sora's true self. Like, he really is... Well, again, and that's not wrong to character. The fucking games, the whole saga starts with him just wanting to go out on a boat in the ocean.
Yeah.
That is true.
Like, he wants to be a fucking pilot. And that's, like,
Yeah.
his true character is to... He's Vaughn.
Yeah, kinda. Dude, I mean, that's cool that DDD starts that way, too. You start in Riku and you gotta fight fucking Ursula, so...
Yeah, it's true.
Crazy. How do you want to do this? Do y'all want to do, like, top, like, 3 favorite worlds and 3 least favorite, or just go through every world and say what you thought? How do you want to do it?
It's probably easier to just run through the worlds.
Yeah, in order.
Since we already kind of talked about Twilight Town. Is there anything else to say besides?
I don't really
it was
count Twilight Town as a
underwhelming.
world, because...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's kind of the Traverse Town or whatever. I feel like that's... I get what you're saying about the hub world, but it was kind of the hub world, you know? That's where the shop was, that's where the
I'm mad that they
the
haven't
restaurant
tied
was.
in the mansion yet. We still have no idea what the mansion means to anybody.
Oh yeah.
But it obviously does, because it has unicorn imagery, and there's a fucking guild called the Unicornists in the mobile game. Like, it's got to be a connection, but they're just gonna dangle that.
There's probably coming
Yeah,
out
I
in
don't
the
know.
next game since of this whatchamacallit.
The next game's not 4. He already confirmed it in the Ultimania.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
he
the
said
next.
there's gonna be another game.
The next number game.
I swear to God, if it's on some random fucking portable device, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Just put it on.
There aren't
goddamn-
any.
Oh my God, he'll find a way. He's gonna make it a Switch exclusive or something.
You
Which
need
know
to
for
get a
y'all is
Switch for
big deal,
Pokemon anyway.
but-
Right.
fuck that shit. I'm getting a Switch for that. I've already said that, but I don't want to play Kingdom Hearts on a Switch.
Well, nobody does, but nobody wanted to play Kingdom Hearts on a fucking 3DS either, but... there
And
we
that's why I
were.
didn't.
Well, yeah, you're right. That's why we
But
watch.
two,
the
I couldn't like,
movies.
hey mom, I need 6 different consoles to play the series, please. Can you go ahead and get that?
Right?
You got it.
Well, no, I was pretty turned
Yeah,
off
you
after. I like. I guess I was a little ignorant about it because I always just like equated the mobile games to Chain of Memories, in that they were like super tied to some gimmick that I didn't care for. You know what I mean?
What?
Like flow
Yeah.
motion.
But yeah, but again, after playing DDD now, it really does it's a Kingdom Hearts game that makes you do that too often. That's
Yeah.
all.
Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of flow motion again, shot locks were kind of pointless in this game too.
Oh yes, it
It was such a big deal in Birds
Still
by Sleep.
overpowered though.
Well, everything was overpowered because you had invincibility for goddamn everything, or at least like shit slowed down. And
Ultima shot is dope. Stop.
Say it again.
Ultima shot lock.
Oh my god, that was stupid powerful.
Yeah, but again, that's like shot locks were a BBS thing and flow motion was a DDD thing. And thank you Nomura for being us, just like making this easily abbreviated.
Oh, you want to talk about most annoying bosses? Did anybody else struggle with that Big Hero 6 one where you had to like go do different shit with the things? Dude, that one on that kept reappearing on the thing. I could not figure the fuck out. That one was so fucking annoying.
What are we talking about?
The boss in Big Hero 6 where it was. Yeah, we had to go save all
Oh,
your
the one we have
friends.
to crash the ball into the thing.
You had to do like 5 different things and they're all different to the stupid thing.
Right, but the one I had to look it up because I was retarded.
Yeah.
You had to the ball. You had to ride
Yes,
the ball.
yes, that one I could not figure out.
Yeah.
They kept respawning, and I was like, "How the fuck do you do
And
this?"
the game even screams the hint at you constantly. Sora, remember the thing you knocked down during the whatever? And I'm like, no.
The
That was
problem
3
with that
seconds
is,
of gameplay.
the problem with that is Big Hero 6 was kind of one of the
I was
smaller ones. So like,
disappointed.
you would hear that, but you would also zone into another person's area, and they would start giving you their little hint things. They kind of all popped up all at the same time a little bit, so it was a little confusing. So.
I was disappointed in Big Hero 6.
Yeah, that
was my
shit was
world.
annoying.
And that was the world I was looking forward to, and it was just not. Even the
I can't
final
just-
boss was just, I don't know.
I can't decide if Big Hero 6 or Frozen was my least favorite, but one of them is.
I didn't mind Frozen that much, to be honest.
Dude, Frozen was ass.
Except
Frozen
for,
was a
except for the
icy
berry trees
maze,
that still haven't respawned.
an icy maze palace, and a fucking icy tundra. Like, fuck that level. That level was stupid.
The maze was dumb too, to be honest.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
guess.
It was a maze palace, and then the fucking
Yeah, and the Maze
tundra,
Palace
like,
got me. And then
The what?
the Maze Palace, and then also
Yes.
them throwing you.
Okay, I
off
guess,
the mountain.
yeah, maybe I don't remember going through it the first time well. Traversing it now is fun. Like,
Oh, yeah,
now that
yeah.
I know the map and I can go anywhere at any time.
I mean, I also have Glide too. That helps a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still say fuck that level. What do y'all think about the pictures and camera and all that shit?
I don't care about that in any game, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Ooh. I don't know.
That's
in
a big
Spider-Man,
feature
it was
Sony
dope.
pushes now. Well, that's
What,
what I'm
Chad?
saying. So, he said Spider-Man's dope, right?
Yeah, and Spider-Man is dope for
Well, I didn't-
camera mode, but Kingdom Hearts not too much for me.
Well, I didn't mind it at first, and I thought it was cool how everybody posed, but eventually that got in the way because you'd be trying to take a picture of an emblem and they'd pose in front of you and you're like, get the fuck out of my way, goddammit.
You want to
Like
take
that
a
shit,
picture of
that
me?
shit kind of got annoying.
Yeah, the game is beautiful, but not in the same way that like Final Fantasy 15 is. In Final Fantasy 15, like I drive by, I'd be driving and like, I don't know, I guess just tip the camera at just the right angle, be like, shit, that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, let me take a picture.
No, I'll hardcore disagree with you on that. That was the one thing they got right that was perfect to me was the fucking graphics. They were goddamn the best I've ever seen. They were fucking amazing.
Oh no, they're great too, but like I said, I'm not like, there was no part where I'm just like, I need to take a picture of this
Yeah.
because I'm awestruck.
Oh, well, I never felt that way in any game, really. But except for Olay, I took a lot of pictures of her for reasons y'all don't even know about.
For the folder.
But
Yeah, I got a thing for Rapunzel, so I got a few Rapunzels.
dude, Rapunzel is so sexy. I
I
didn't
know.
know. Well, before you beat the world, Rapunzel. But I don't know what the fuck happened to her after that. She went through a phase. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know why her hair turned like that. But okay, that threw me off.
Because she lost the magic.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing though. When that happened, I was like, oh cool. Cause you know how like you beat it and then you can go back to previous worlds and like shit's kind of the same. I was kind of hoping her hair would still be blonde, but nope, it wasn't. But yeah, she was nice to look at. But
Yeah,
not
she's
just
fun.
how pretty she was, but like just her. She had one of the best
fun.
personalities too. Yeah, she was fun to
Yeah.
be around. Yeah.
Yeah, I
really
think
cool.
I just have a thing for that.
Locked in a cage type of girl.
I'm trying to think of a better way to say childlike wonder. Because I don't want to say it that way.
Well, no, that's what it is.
But-
Because she's sheltered. She's
Innocent.
Like
Right, exactly,
Innocent.
and I find that very cute. It's just like, oh, she doesn't know nothing.
Yeah, well, it
Like, she's
annoyed me.
pure.
When I
She's
first
not-
ran through it, it was so annoying that, you know, you had to do all these things. I understand what she wanted. She give these hints, and I was annoyed. But then when I went back and watched people play it and stuff, I kind of understood more of why she did it, and then I thought it was really cool because you're doing these things because it's very new to her and stuff. But to me, when I first went through it, there's just so many things I was trying to process, and I was just like, this is annoying. Why am I having to walk birds over to you or whatever the fuck it was? Like, but like it actually is really cool. I think.
Yeah, I enjoyed that world, and again, that
Yeah.
world is very pretty and has a lot of variety, from having the fields, the hills, the swamp, the mountains.
Yeah,
the
that was
city,
one of the most
like,
diverse,
there's
I
a-
think. Yeah.
Yes.
Of diversity in the sense of like different shit, you know.
I think Olympus was just purely made to like get you used to traversing big worlds.
Well, I mean, that was in Kingdom Hearts 3. That was Kingdom Hearts 2.9. Fucking Nomura, you troll! You fucking troll, making that 2.9. How dare you? That shit was awesome. When I saw that, I was like, God damn it, Nomura. Oh my god. Yeah. We should have went in order because now I can't think of shit. Let's go in order. Okay, so Olympus. That's pretty dope.
It was
I think-
good.
It was a good first world. Did you just say that, Zach? You might have just said that. But yeah, it was a good first world, I think.
I didn't say it was a good first world. I said it was like, to me, obviously designed as a first world
Yeah.
to
got you.
teach the player, how to
Yeah.
traverse a
Well,
bigger
it was good
area.
for like a training because there's a lot of, stuff that you could learn. It was big and open, and you could learn all the shit. So yeah, it was a good kind of first world type of thing. So I thought it was cool how you could fight the Ekjet, fight the lava and the tornado in this one too. Although
Oh,
the
yeah,
tornado
yeah.
was annoying as hell.
Yeah, it
But,
was.
I'm having a problem remember bosses, and that's like doesn't bode well for the game in general.
Those were a little tough, only because you couldn't heal.
What was the boss in Olympus?
The tornado, the mountain, and the fire. No, the ice, fire, and tornado,
The lava.
lava monster.
How did you fight them?
You had to. There was like a thing where they captured Zeus, so you would have to climb up that and.
Oh, right.
You fought
Okay.
ice and lava, and then you fought tornado by itself.
Right. Yes.
And you had to do this
That-
shot lock
that
dash,
fight-
which I could not stand at first, and then I got used to it. But that shit was annoying as hell at first.
Yeah. Again, all those bosses were cinematic, like the Rock Titan and that. Very cinematic bosses.
Yeah, but the tornado was actually legitimately annoying. I kind of lost a couple times with that one.
Yeah, I did too.
Not lost, but like it took forever because you couldn't fucking hit him. He was like the churning bug or the fucking bat from the one where he kept like blowing you away, so you couldn't like actually attack him. That shit's annoying.
I couldn't believe what they did to Chernobog and DDD. Like it was like a easy fight ever. That's like
churning
that's
bitch.
Oh.
Toy Story is up in my top worlds. That one was done so well. It was really dope. I enjoyed the shit out of it. There's a lot of content. I liked. I don't know. It just like there's so many things in that world because
little
everything was so
references.
small. Yeah.
Like they had,
Anthony's room in the mall and do that ball pit at the end and all that shit. It was I don't know. It
They
was
had
all cool.
they had like little toys, and they were obviously based on Zoid's model kits.
Oh
I
yeah,
noticed
yeah.
that, and I was like, that's fucking. Yeah, they were obviously based on Kotobukiya Zoid's model kits, and I was like, that's fucking awesome. That's cool. Like they had there was a tiger, a gorilla, and I'm like, those are obviously Zoids. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Buzz was a
Looking
little
back,
too.
Toy Story is probably one of the best worlds.
Yeah.
Again, not my favorite,
The boss was
and
super
not for any
easy.
particular reason. I've just never like I've never been a big Pixar guy. I acknowledge that they're all pretty amazing, and you know, they're great movies, but they just don't. I'm not a Pixar guy. I miss my classic Disney, to be honest.
Actually, I expected them to be the best ones, and to me, they weren't. I expected
You expected what to be the best ones?
the Pixar ones. Like, I really do like
Oh.
Well, they
Toy
were all
Story.
Pixar.
Not
There's
the
only one that wasn't.
no, there's two that wasn't. No, three, right? Because Hercules isn't.
Olympus.
But whatchamacallit's not Pixar either.
Okay, and Pirates.
Not just that, isn't Frozen not Pixar?
Oh yeah,
Frozen's Pixar.
yeah.
Frozen
Pixar, I think.
and Tangled.
What are they?
I don't
Just
know about
Disney?
Tangled.
Yeah, those are just Disney
Yeah,
princesses.
I know Frozen is just Disney. I don't know about Tangled.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
I forgot what we're talking about.
I was talking about Toy
Toy Story,
Story
one of my favorite
boss.
waifus of the game though. What?
The Toy Story boss, final boss. How did you feel about that? It gave me feels when Buzz changed. It was like, no, they changed. They got him to the dark side. I didn't think he would.
Well,
He was wavering.
Buzz was annoying because he literally kept not trusting, and then he would trust you. Like this happened like 4 different times. Go back and watch somebody play it. Like he would trust you,
Yeah, it's
or he would not
really
trust you, and then he would
contrived.
trust you, and then the very next scene he was distrusting of you again. And he was kind of a dick, and he stated the obvious all the time. It was really annoying. But yeah. Then it was kind of cool.
Even
when
after
Woody
Woody
did that
multiple
speech,
times
dude,
said, like-
he owned young Xehanort in that speech. I was like, damn, it was like a Tyrion Lannister fucking speech from Game of Thrones. He's like, that's because you don't have any friends, bitch. I mean, something like that. I don't know.
How did you?
Well, not yet. He was young Xehanort. Look at Xehanort now, though. He's got at least 12 other friends or something. Can't count.
He
Yeah,
made
can we
his
talk about
own.
the Lolly anime doll, please? I just want to have a deep conversation about that one. Thank you,
Cheon?
Demora. Thank you,
Oh, no, I know who you're talking about.
Demora.
Yes,
the fucking
dude,
anime
that fight
boss.
was awesome.
Oh yeah, please sling it around, baby. That was.
No, that fight was dope, though. I
As soon
didn't
as I
expect.
saw her, I was like,
Okay.
yes.
Toy Story was cool just because each room had its own mini boss.
Yeah, I was gonna say when Chad said earlier about the how do you feel about the final boss, the one I struggled with the most was that one that flew around while the robots were fighting you, the spaceship.
Yes.
That one was annoying because he
Oh.
kept flying away from you and the robots would kill you. I died a lot in that fight.
But did we didn't even talk about the final boss on Corona, right?
Olympus.
Or
what?
no, we talked about Olympus, but that was a tornado.
I remember she was Mother Gospel turned into a big tree, but that's all I remember. I don't remember much about the fight at all. It was very quick and easy for me.
Wait, what? Say it again. What was?
The final boss in Corona.
boss.
Oh yeah, that one. I didn't have a problem with that at all.
I did get like
The
stuck.
design
on
was one of
the-
my favorites.
I think they're really creative.
Yeah.
A lot of the designs. I don't know why, but my favorite was the wolf boss.
That I was
And
good. Well, I was waiting until we got to it. That's easily my favorite boss in the game. Easily.
Yeah.
That was just a fucking awesome fight, and it was hard. I think I died once maybe, but it was pretty hard for where I was.
Yeah.
The different phases were cool. Like I think that was my favorite boss.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but yeah, that was.
So we're at Toy Story. Are we gonna talk about Frozen? I guess next.
Wait, because we pretty much already talked about Tangled.
Yeah.
We
finished
the first galaxy. We did Corona, Olympus, Twilight Town, and Toy Story.
Okay, and second galaxy was what? Frozen, Big Hero 6, and
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
and Pirates.
let's just do Monster Inc. I'll be honest, that was my most hyped world, and that was not the most disappointing. Well, I guess the most disappointing because I had hyped it up. It was mediocre to me at best. And Mike and Sully were cool, and like you know, some of the mechanics were cool, but the world itself was just meh. I
How'd
was
you
like, eh.
how'd you feel about your change or your new look as a monster? Did you think that was fine?
I like
or-
it. I know a lot of people complain about it, but I like it.
I don't hate it. I don't like it. I'm indifferent, I guess. I've always been indifferent. I like Goofy and Donald's. Theirs are pretty awesome. Sora's is just very plain. I like that Sora's fur and stuff changes colors when you transform.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I kind of wish they did a little bit more with Donald, but I don't hate it. I didn't hate it.
I really didn't like the plot in Monsters Inc. The whole like, it just kind of
Need to
it
get
was
her
just
home.
meh. The whole experience in Monsters Inc. was meh.
Yeah,
And
because it
again,
was like a shitty retelling of the first movie, even though it happened after the first movie.
Right. Yeah, because
yeah, it just.
And I didn't like the rails in any area, to be honest, really.
Yeah.
But the whole first half was the rails, and then the second half was the fucking factory that was just annoying, especially again without a fucking map, and without a map that shows depth.
I kind of wish
The factory
they
was fucking dumb, especially trying to 100% everything. The factory fucking sucked.
I kind of wish they did the prequel instead. Them in college, Mike and Sully in college. That way for future titles.
Nah, I think.
You know what I mean?
I guess it was fine. I don't know.
I never seen that.
I didn't really. Again, as much as I love the Pirates world, like the story there was still kind of. It was. I mean, it was just the second movie, and I'm not like a Pirates fan, so.
Well, I mean, the Pirates, like, I went into it because I heard a lot of people bitching about how it was a minigame world and how it was the worst world, and I like halfway through it, I'm like, this is the best fucking world, dude. It has the most things, as the most content. It just, dude, I wanted more. I wanted like the whole
Exploring
fucking
felt
game.
amazing.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. I loved all of it. Like it was. I mean, like the movie cutscenes were.
There was very
glad
little
that-
things I had to look up in Pirates World because I found it all just wanting to explore.
Yeah, it was. It was the prettiest to me. It was the. I don't know. It was everything about it. Going into
And
water.
I want to kind of take back what I just said too. I didn't like the story that involved like the Pirates World itself. The
Right,
stuff with
yeah.
Luxord and Vexen was cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that
Because
was.
Luxord's an awesome character,
Yeah,
and I'm
But,
glad he got fleshed out more than just being
yeah,
like the old
I
gambler guy.
agree. Yeah.
Too fleshed out, actually, because now he's one of the ancient Keyblade wielders.
Yeah. So you're getting into story shit. So.
I'm just saying.
I was trying to move you along there.
I know.
Pirates is hands down my favorite. Like, it's not even close. There's no other world that is even close to that world. That world blew my fucking mind. Like, I didn't want it to end. When I got everything, I was like, God damn it. This is so much fun. So, yeah. What do you think, Chaz?
Pirates wise, I think it was dope. It definitely was the most challenging world. It was tough. It gave me kind of everything I wanted. Like a nice experience. I kind of don't like underwater stuff in most games, but this one wasn't even bad. I even loved how the magic transformed, and it was like sea, fire.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And sea,
Yeah,
thunder.
that was cool.
Because I was hoping like I did thunder, and it just fucked up everything. Well,
I was kind of hoping it'd fuck up everything, including us and my friends, but it didn't, obviously. But ice underwater is like so fucking cool.
oh yeah,
You say you can use ice at all? Go use ice underwater, my dude. It's just so fucking cool.
it looks beautiful.
It just like spiders out and cracks and
Yeah, I didn't use ice underwater.
Why did you not use ice, dude? You what?
I
You
don't know.
really used fucking fire and water the whole game?
No, I used thunder and water the whole game, and Eriga.
I liked water because I felt like it homed better than the fire and blizzard.
By
I
the way,
don't know.
when did Arrow go from a defensive spell to a fucking offensive spell? When did that change happen? Was it this game or
I think it's in Dream Job.
I can't remember because it was defensive for a lot of the games, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it
I
was
think
like a
Dream
wind
Job.
wall.
hmm, I don't know. So
I
what's
do
left?
like this one better though. This arrow.
We
Don't
have.
anybody,
Does
big,
anything, but
big
anybody have
hero.
anything else to say about what was the wait? What was the boss in
Pirate or
Pirates? Was it just the Davy Jones fight?
No, it was the ending ship battle, and then it was Davy Jones
yeah.
or
Yeah,
the Kraken.
yeah, a little underwhelming for me, I guess. I don't
I
know.
don't know. That it was
All
tough for me.
all the bosses were just more fights. I don't know. They didn't feel like punctuations to me, like they did in 1 and 2. And I don't know if that's just me or if it's the game or not.
Well, playing through it, not getting to the end and knowing what was going to transpire there, like I was really disappointed that you never fought any of the organization members because I'm sitting there going like, I mean, I guess I don't know if it felt like a rehash or not, but that kind of disappointed me early on. I mean, obviously you get to fight them at the end, but I didn't know that at the time, and I was kind of like, why the fuck are we not fighting them? Like, what? I like fighting them. So that was, I don't know if anybody else experienced that, but I was like, are we fighting? What's happening?
Let me take a time out while I'm running piss before we move on to the next world. You guys,
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
I was wondering about that, but at the same time, I felt like at least for the Pirates world, I felt like that was tough enough, and they were also like kind of like setting it up where like this third, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight at the end. They kept saying once you get your 7, or not 7, 13, right? No, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get your 7, then we're gonna fight. So I figured that out. I was just more entangled to which 7 it was gonna be or how fast we were gonna get those 7.
Yeah.
So Frozen was your favorite key, you said, right?
Yeah, Frozen is my favorite key.
Is it mainly because
outside of the last 2, but yeah, mainly because of what?
was it mainly because of how you moved around when you were using it, or is it
Well, I think it had one of the highest magic stats. That, and I really like the transformation because it did the claws, and then you got the blade. I don't know. I like the personalness of it, of just fucking them up with that. I don't know. It was probably my favorite transformation. So, yeah, but Crystal Snow was dope. I mean, I did like the Ever After one. I used that until I got Crystal Snow, but yeah.
okay.
Did you ever use that one? Did you test out all the transformations?
Yeah, every time I got a key, I tested out the transformation and I chose which one were my favorites from there. The one that I know, the Pirates one, you said you didn't like a lot, you didn't like that much. I feel like that was the best strength one for me out of the original ones that you can get from the
Yeah,
world.
I know a lot of people like that one.
It had like I don't know if you ever played Dynasty Warriors, but like a LeBlue feel to it.
I never played that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just a badass like spear, and then once you transform from the spear to the flag, you're just doing like a whole bunch of.
The flag transformation was kind of cool. Well, because I had to do every transformation because you have to get the platinum, because you have to do fill out the book. So I did all the transformations, and yeah, that one, the transformation was cool. I did like the look of it. I have a thing about the way the keyblade looks. Like, even if it's the most powerful and it's like hideous, I'm like, yeah.
Okay, I know I'm missing keyblades now because I heard y'all talk about one. I was like, oh shit, I don't have it.
Which one?
I can't remember. You said it was like a high magic one. Like, besides?
The are done with the highest magic one?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that one was God damn, I forgot the name of it again. But you have to get it. You have to get the little Mickey symbol in all the Kingdom games. It's kind of annoying to get, but
Yes, I don't
you have
have
to
it
play all
then.
like 25 of them, and then you get that one, and it has it's the highest magic Keyblade in the game. So
Is it good, like transformation wise?
yeah, no, it's God, what was the transformation? I can't remember what the transformation was off the top of my head, but I definitely
Which
liked
one?
it. What's the Mickey
Highest
one?
magic?
The Classic Kingdom one. I keep forgetting the name of it. You said the name earlier.
What does it transform into?
Yeah, remember the one with the highest magic stat? I keep forgetting the name of it. It's my
The
favorite
one.
Keyblade, and I can't.
It's a hammer and drill. It's like the Toy Story.
Oh, so it's like
Is
that,
it?
but with magic?
Yes. Boom hammer and clock drill. Keyblade with emphasis on magic.
Oh yeah.
That's
What
weird.
I have equipped right
I
now?
can't remember if I like that one or not. Cause I got it really late game, and I got Ultimate Weapon not long after that, so I didn't really use it for that long.
I had no combat
So-
left once I had that game. I mean that thing. I had
Speaking
no
of,
combat
Chaz
left.
probably might not know much about this, but not only was there too many of the Kingdom games, but like the requirements to get the Mickey symbol were dumb. Some of them you had to do like 3 rounds of, and some of them you just like did it once, like barely did anything, and
And
you
it
got the
can't
symbol.
quit.
What?
I tested all of them. They're like, I'm not gonna give a number, but most of them you could literally just like hit one thing, fail, and then quit, and you got it.
Okay, you're hella breaking up. I don't know what
Oh.
happened, but
I heard him. He said basically that some of them you can like hit one thing and then quit and you get the emblem.
yeah. See, there was no consistency though, because some of them would do that, and some of them you legit had to do, like the one where you jump the little things. You had to do like 3 rounds of that. Like some of them they made you do a bunch of
The
rounds.
baseball, you had to play the entire thing.
Yeah, but then again, like you said, other ones you just kind of like, scratched your head and you were done. So it's just too many of them. So I don't know. It
Yeah,
was a
they
dope
were
Keyblade,
silly.
but- So I think we're at Big Hero 6. I think that's our last one.
Yeah, that's where
'Cause,
we're.
I mean, do we have anything to say about Frozen besides it was ass? Did anybody like Frozen?
I like
I
Frozen.
I didn't hate it.
I like Frozen because
They had
of
the
the
best boss.
music.
Yeah.
Dope boss. I don't know. It got me into the story. I guess because I didn't see Frozen. I'm like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next?
I still can't believe they ripped the entire fucking song from the movie and just put it in the game. I timed it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is the whole fucking song. How dare you?
No, they had me singing.
What?
They had me
Had him
singing.
singing.
Um,
Yeah, it's literally the same as Toy Story. It's a colorful drill.
Really?
Yeah, but besides the wolf boss, I hated Frozen. There was nothing I liked about it. It was a complete ass. And yeah, it was probably the most annoying world. One of the most annoying worlds. But yeah, definitely on my bottom 2.
Damn.
And that
Big
leads me
Hero 6,
to
yeah,
my
that
other bottom 2.
is my bottom
Okay.
one, I think.
Big Hero 6 was your bottom one?
Yeah,
The whole thing was boring. The story was
Big Hero
the story
6
was kind of cool, but also really kind of just like contrived and forced.
Well, my thing was like, I guess I'll say it like this: Frozen to me was the most annoying. Big Hero 6 was the most uninteresting meh world. First of all, it was really small. It annoyed the
was.
shit out of me that those fucking boundary walls, and every time you hit them, that he
He
came
has
up on the
to-
screen
he
to
has
tell
to
you
say
you're
something.
hitting it. Dude, I know. The wall literally stopped me from going. I don't need your stupid little face to pop up every goddamn time. It was very limiting. And in the story, it was meh. They didn't explain it well. I had never seen the movie, so I didn't know what was going on. But they didn't explain it well. The characters kept getting like kidnapped and
Enough.
shit. Like I think they got kidnapped twice or something. Like
That-
I don't know. It was like the least interesting.
That
could
was-
not
Okay, yeah, you're
say
right.
it.
Looking back, if you've never seen that movie, that world was dumb as fuck for you.
Yeah, they barely explained anything at all. And then they try to make you have emotional attachments to like the Baymaxes and stuff. And, like you're not even explaining shit. There's another Baymax and he's dead, and my brother and we're kidnapped again. I don't know. It was really The other worlds kind of explained their. You had to condense the story, obviously, but like Tangled and Frozen at least did a semi-decent job at telling the story. I don't think Big Hero 6 did a good job at all at telling the story. It was very short, and it just, yeah. The boss was the most annoying. That fucking changing thing was
Oh
super
yeah,
obnoxious,
the
and the
orb.
flying boss was really annoying. So, there's probably nothing I liked about that world at all. Like, to be honest, I hate to be that harsh, but
It was
just nothing
disappointing
about
how
it.
weak the superheroes were too. Like they really didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, they talked a lot of shit, and they kept getting kidnapped. So
And
I
then
was
they
like,
got
oh,
powered
okay,
up
cool.
too. Like they learned from us, and then they didn't do anything with that thing that they learned.
Right. Yeah. Um, I don't know. It just compared to all the other worlds, just saying on the story stuff aside, like compared to all the other worlds, it just seemed one of the most limiting. I mean,
Yeah,
it just like it's the only one that I can remember that literally had a boundary wall in it.
yeah.
That was
There's
very easy to hit because that mini map is hard to read and you're not paying attention. And yeah, I mean, fucking invisible walls are back. What the hell is that shit? So I don't know. I hit that thing all the time looking for lucky emblems, and when he came up and he was like, "You can't go." Fucking, I know the thing bounced me back. Thank you, you little fucker. If I see your little fucking face one more time. Anyway, I always feel some type of way about that one.
Yeah, that I don't. There's nothing else to say about it.
Yeah,
It was
it
uneventful.
was it the shortest world? I think it was the shortest world.
Not yeah. It was the shortest world and the second to last if you did them in level order. So it's like,
Hmm.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what was last?
I meant like the Keyblade Graveyard.
Oh yeah. By the Disney worlds, it was last. I mean, you could do
Yeah.
them in
yeah,
order,
yeah.
but I think like level wise, it was the last one. Yeah,
It
it was.
recommended level order. Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how you look at what the order, the intended order was, but.
Even though the cutscenes play out in between every world, so they could do them any way you want.
Yeah, I kind of like
that's-
that freedom, but I mean it's kind of the same as a lot of the other games. You get a couple that unlock, and then you beat those, and more unlock. So that was kind of same old, but
Alright, can we talk about the final world?
yes.
What thoughts did we have on those? I liked everything except having to collect 250,000 swords.
Yeah, that was overkill.
I
It was way, when you could still go back and do that right now, like you never want to. You can replay that right now.
Yeah, I did not understand the purpose of that. I'm like, okay, we could have collected 50 and it had been the same thing. Why are we collecting, what was it, like 120 something? I don't know.
It was a lot, dude.
And they're hard. They're hard to get. At first, I thought you had to get every one of them. And I was like, God damn, how do you get some of these?
I like the concept. I like the concept of it. I didn't have problems.
The concept of it is amazing, but don't make me do it. I don't
I'm really
make
mad.
it easier.
I'm really mad. I didn't know Nominee was one of the little bubbles. I never liked those little like read from people and trying to figure out who they are things. I didn't listen. I listened to like one of them, but apparently Nominee was one of the things. I'm like, God damn it. But,
Well, still, and to this day, I've never seen anybody mention any of them except Nominee, Strelexia, and the other one.
well, because probably
Shion.
most people won't recognize any of them but Nominee, so because they don't know the mobile ships.
I mean, even knowing some of the mobile ship, I was not sure that was. I kind of knew it was Strelexia just because of the symbolism and everything, but nothing really gave it away. And I want to know about, well, again, every other star there, are they random things or do they matter?
Well, I don't know. See, that's why it's kind of hard to talk about the final world without doing story stuff because it's so interconnected. Because I have a lot of thoughts on the whole concept of that and everything. So I don't
Okay.
know if we can
Well,
really count that as one of the
what did you
worlds.
think of the
But
world overall? It's funny too because Nomura, do you remember way back when he said, "Oh, my favorite world is the final world," and
yeah,
everybody just assumed like,
because he's
"Oh,
a
the
fucking
last
troll.
world in the game." Yes. And as soon as it came up across the screen, the final world, I was like, "You son of a bitch!"
You dick. Uh, I think this is gameplay mechanics too, but I mean it was in game. But the thing where you were rescuing everybody's heart or whatever, and you fought that same thing over and over, that shit was so repetitive and annoying. I don't know why they
Yeah.
do
That
that kind of
was.
shit.
Yes.
Well,
Why that
again, I
many?
heard for some people that fight was actually kind of difficult. So like
Say it
that was
again?
meant to be. For some people, that fight was difficult.
Yeah, well, I think I was 99 at that point, so or close to it. It wasn't difficult. It was just annoying because you had to do it so many times. I'm like, okay, I get it. After like the 6th one, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what? Why are we doing this? And then that threw me off because there was a save in each one or every other one. So I'm like, I was looking around. I was like, is there a missable chest or something here? Like, what are we doing? I have no idea what's happening. I looked for an emblem on one of them. Oh, can we talk about the trolley fucking emblems? Do you have any things in that game I found that looked like Mickeys that weren't? I was like, are you kidding me? These bitches are hard enough to find. That one I sent a picture of that rock. I was like, I spent 20 minutes trying to get an angle on that thing. And cause that was a fucking Mickey. I mean, you saw the picture. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And then I find out that most of the emblems in that world are in the fucking town anyway. So I'm like, oh my god, dude. You know how long I ran around? That's why you had to look at some of the guide for some of them. I ran around Tangled for so long before I realized that like 95% of them are in the fucking town. Jesus Christ. But go back, if you ever play for critical mode, just look at how many things are, now that we all have kind of have an idea of what they are, like how many things look like Mickeys. I'm like, oh my god, how dare you.
Oh no, trust me. Like, I look at my wife playing it because she won't go to the next world until she has all the chests and all the emblems, and she spends like 3 hours looking for these things, and then she's like lined up on this thing that looks like it, and it's not it.
Yeah, and that should have played tricks on your mind too, because the problem with the emblems was that like not only like where the world's huge, but they could literally be anything. They could be an entire mountain, or they could be like a little tiny speck on the back of something. So it was like it fucked you up mentally because you're like, oh my god, like what the hell am I looking for? Am I looking for a little tiny lily pad, or am I looking for a goddamn tree? The ones in Winnie the Pooh I could not fucking find to save my life. I found one of them.
There was one in a bucket.
Bitch.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Bitch, I
That's
didn't
not
find
even
that one.
trolly. That's just mean.
And I got the one. Donald kept telling me there was one, and I was like, "Where? Where the fuck is it? I can't find it. This world is like 3 inches big, and I can't find the fucking emblem. Like, where the fuck is it?"
Oh, does that count
Oh
as
my
a
God,
world?
dude.
Fuck that world. It's so this. Like, why would they waste my fucking time? I don't care how much anybody has a hard on Winnie the Pooh. That's a waste of fucking time. Every time in every game. And they keep
Yeah,
making me do it.
I didn't
I
mind this
don't
one.
understand. I don't understand why Winnie the Pooh's in there. Okay, first of all, I have a problem with Pooh because fuck Pooh, because every fucking game he forgets who we are. That shit's annoying. And not only that, but y'all probably haven't done all the mini games, but every fucking mini game, which are and most of the games are really annoying, he gets in your way. He's an active obstacle because he's a goddamn retard in your way that you have to get around. And again, he forgets who we are every fucking game. That shit is so annoying and so played out, and fuck Pooh. If I never saw Pooh again, I don't care. Like, take him out of the game. Fuck Pooh.
Well, I'm mad they replaced Eeyore with some elephant.
A little British cunt? I don't know. I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
I've never seen.
I don't know who that is either, but what? They don't want to show depressed ass Eeyore? Where's my representation in this game? This is bullshit. Fuck.
Like, they
I
want
don't
you to
know.
be happy. They want to put some pants on.
Yeah,
Winnie
again,
the Pooh.
there was I know I joke about mini games and everything, but there were enough fucking mini games where we didn't need the Pooh world, okay? Like,
I didn't mind. What was it, Candy Crush?
It was the same game, just in different variations.
with fruit, vegetables, and flowers, the same game.
Oh my god. Dude, when Pooh went in there and remembered us, I was like, oh, you know who we are. When I saw Merlin in Twilight Town, I was like, god damn it. But I don't want to fucking do Pooh. Fuck Pooh. No, go back. Pooh's a dick. He never remembers us. Never. We save him all the time, and he gets your. Oh god, I'm so triggered. I need to stop.
Who are
Well,
you?
Pooh's always been a dick. If you watch any of the Pooh show,
He just
like the old
steals honey.
cartoon, like he was always making problems for everybody because how stupid
Yes.
he was.
Dude, I'm triggered because of the minigames. Some of those minigames are so fucking hard that you had to get trophies for. And I remember the one with Rabbit where you had to roll this thing, and he would literally get in your fucking way. And I'm like, I'm trying to get you honey, you stupid, retarded bitch. Get out of my fucking way. Like, I hate you. I fucking hate poo. Okay, I'm done. Anyway.
Look, you're not the only
Wait,
one
you
that
take
hates
out
them.
Final Fantasy characters, but you leave in Winnie the Pooh. Oh, speaking of, I think it'd be
Legit.
dope. You said the thing about classic worlds. I think now that like I want to see Agrabah and Neverland in like the bigger
Beauty.
forms. Like now, yeah,
Oh,
like well the
yeah.
beauty, but also like the bigger versions of them. Like that'd be cool.
Agrabah especially. That was always. Just,
Yeah,
What?
Agrabah, Neverland. I forgot what the
they
other
could
one
have
was.
again. Fuck pirates. Neverland could have been the pirates map, man.
Oh,
Could have made a
yeah.
Salem,
So I don't
Neverland,
say
and
fuck
shit.
pirates me again.
I mean, I was hoping for
Fuck pirates, the franchise, not the world in the game.
yeah. I was hoping for what's the Hawaiian princess? With the
Moana.
rock. Yeah, Moana. Yeah. That would have been a dope pirate.
I heard a
Hmm.
lot of people talk about wanting Moana. I've never seen it, but
It's a
a lot of
dope
people talk
one.
about that would be a cool world.
It has the rock in
Um,
it. That's all you need to know.
Oh,
Cinema?
mechanics, real quick. Simba, yeah. Lilo. I mean, not Lilo.
Oh.
Stitch, Simba. What did you think of those? I only used Simba the entire game.
I didn't use
Simba
them
was
because I
dope
needed
as
my
fuck.
magic.
Probably one of the best summons ever in the game.
Yeah, well, the fuck do you need summons when you have every other goddamn thing at your disposal? There's too much things. I forgot about summons.
I didn't
Because there's
even
too many things.
I needed my magic. Even though I did do them once. I did them all once. Lilo
No.
and Stitch was weird because you had to like make squares
Or just anything. Any 3 dashes, and then they'd connect and zap.
into a triangle. Okay.
Same with Wreck-It Ralph. Like, there's so much setup involved, I didn't fucking care.
Yeah.
That's why I liked Simba. You just jump and things died.
Ariel wasn't that bad either, right?
No, I still didn't use her much, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
I literally only used them when I had to for the book at the very end. I did them all at once.
Okay,
never
I was
used
just gonna say, you know when you have to, and I know you did, you grind in Corona, the battle gate. You had to grind in Corona for something, because the chief puffs are the only thing that drop it.
The what? God, I don't know.
Chief
Is
buffs.
he breaking up to you, Chaz?
he's not on mine. But he said those chief puffs
You're
that you
kind of
had
breaking up. It
to.
must be my internet because you're breaking up. Not as bad as he is, but
Oh, okay.
say what you said
Chief
again, Zach.
puffs.
The chief puffs. I don't know. From Corona, like you had to grind to get that. And I think he was gonna say you can use a summon and it'd be easier. Or
That's the enemy I was thinking about. That armor was fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing took that shit down quickly.
Simba.
At level 99, nothing
Simba.
took that shit down quickly.
he said Simba. Simba drops that.
Simba wrecks it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Dude, because I remember I fought one of those at max level, and I'm like, I'm doing the same damage I did before on this armor. What the fuck?
Just pick
Was that a
Simba
fun
and jumped.
discovery, or were you just using him for the book to get the check for the book?
No, I was using them because in my head, grass beats fire still.
That's not.
Pokemon logic.
Yeah, but the more is like, fuck everything you know about fucking mechanics of elements.
I mean, technically, fire does evaporate water. I mean, in
That
his
is true.
defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fire and water of equal, quote unquote, strength.
It's just how much or how strong you can toss it.
Like a salad.
Right, but I think fire only evaporates water when there's way more fire than water. Because if they're equal, the water is going to douse it quickly, very quickly.
Depends
so-
on what source of the fire is. If it's an oil fire, it's just gonna help it, no matter
Yeah.
how much water you put on it.
If it's magma, well, yeah. It also depends on how hot it is. Oh shit!
I didn't really like the abilities leveling up.
The
Abilities level?
the fire, like fire girl.
Yeah, like you didn't get things like Ragnarok and Oz Arcanum. Like I don't know.
You didn't get those?
No, you don't.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like I don't know. Their upgrades, they're all mostly passive.
Yeah, I didn't even think about those. See, there's just so much in this game, and it was hard to like think about shit. Which is good. I'm not complaining. I like that there was a lot of options. I mean, if you're gonna err on too much stuff, then not enough. But yeah, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm going through it right now.
Like, there's so many things I didn't even
no
notice
active.
until people pointed them out in videos I was watching. I was like, oh yeah, like Final Fantasy characters. I completely forgot about that shit.
I think it was just too much stuff. It's just way too much stuff
Yeah,
to
it was-
do. I mean, for them to
Yeah, it
add.
was- Again, easy, like I said like 4 times, easily fixable by letting us toggle it on and off. Like, let me be able to turn off attractions, the ones I want if I want to, turn off Grand Magic if you want to. That shit would help.
Yeah.
Because it was too many commands at once, and everything is all the action commands are set to the triangle prompt. So like, I don't know, it's too much on one button, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Flare Force was probably my favorite action command throughout the whole game.
Really? I think
Yeah,
Meteor.
Well,
that one's
I
always
mean,
been OP. That was OP in
it
the
actually-
Kingdom Hearts 2 as well.
It actually was though. When I beat the game, that's what came up. It says most used or whatever. Mine was Flare Force.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. So y'all want to do stories since it's like 10:30 now or however long?
Yeah, definitely. Because that's not gonna be short at all.
Okay, should we just do like just everybody go and do overall impressions of the story, and then we can get into the finer things? Because I kind of want to know what everybody like overall thought, like not the little intricacies, but like story-wise, did it do a good job? Did it wrap things up for you enough?
All right, you want me to go since mine is probably gonna be a lot shorter than you guys.
Go ahead.
I felt like it was perfectly wrapped up to me. I felt like he tried to include everything from all the other games, including the cell phone game. I didn't expect that to even hold maybe that much of a role. Even though it wasn't a huge role, because they just kind of just help you. But I was like, oh shit, that's a nice touch.
It was a huge role with the actual ending of the game that people that didn't grind for the secret one.
Right. And
Well, Nomura definitely made it sound like, or they definitely set it up to where we thought that they were going to be a bigger part of the game, the foretellers and all that, and they weren't even in the fucking game, so it was kind of weird. But I mean, obviously it was a setup for the next series, but everybody thought they were going to be a big part of the game. So all the YouTubers were like, go, play this so you know what's going on, but they had nothing really to do with Kingdom Hearts 3. So.
Yeah, it definitely wrapped up the whole Kingdom Hearts, I guess the beginning part, the Xehanort. Like, from I can see like people who've only seen like part 1 or part 2, like they definitely can feel like it was completely wrapped up and they're completely done. Because this is what a lot of people I've seen say, like, it was like, oh shit, that was perfect, they should have ended there. But there's just so much story that he also introduced at the same time. It was crazy how he kind of, all the open, not all of them, but most of like the open questions that we had, he kind of wrapped it up in that last Badlands scene.
Yep.
But at the same time, he was able to be like, oh, here's a new game, here's a new whole side quest that we're gonna, not side quest, but whole new story that we're gonna just go into. So I thought that was dope. To me, I liked how he wrapped it up and everything he did. As in, like, well, except
Who
for
wrapping up? Who'd you say wrapping up?
the 13, the organization, the Xehanort stuff.
Oh yeah.
I like how all of that. I kind of hate how they did Leon though, or not Leon, but Lee.
Oh yeah, Lee. Yeah.
They went and just broke his sword, and then like in the next scene,
They did Lee dirty the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things. Where the fuck are his eye things? Where the fuck are his eye things?
He don't need them no more. That was a
I don't
big
give a
part of the
shit.
story.
I don't give a shit. That's like no. That's like Xidax's X being off his face. Put those things back on his motherfucking eyes. That
That's a
was
big
dope
part
as
of the
shit.
story. His character, though.
I don't give a fuck. I want those things on his eyes. They looked cool. Anyway, it was cosmetic for me. He looked weird as fuck to me without the eye things. But
Well, he
continue.
needed him too, because he cried more than he helped with the Keyblade War.
Yeah, he looked
Right.
weird as fuck. But anyway, continue.
But yeah, I like how that came through. I don't like how they did Kyrie, because she just she went and trained just to get kidnapped. I thought that was kind of bullshit. But
Wait, who's Kyrie again? Which one is
The
that?
problem with Kyrie is that we were only told she did. We were told she trained. We're told that she fought to keep Sora's form together in the final world.
But we don't see
And
anything.
And then she goes from kidnapped to just unconscious. Like
I will say it like this, because I rewatched people play it, like I said 19 times. I don't want to keep repeating that. But she spent 90% of the game training to be a Keyblade person, and in the cutscene she kills one Shadow Heartless. One. And then she's fucking kidnapped again, and then literally obliterated by Xehanort. She's the most pointless fucking character. What he had to have known. You set her up for an entire game to do some shit to save Sora. She even says to Sora before the final battle, "No, I'm gonna save you this time," or whatever. Bitch, no the fuck you're not. What the fuck did you do besides be another damsel in distress? Kill yourself. You're pointless.
To be fair,
No.
Both of the people who were training didn't do shit. Her and Lee, they kind of did dirty. I'm guessing that's just because they were new. You know what I mean?
I will say one thing about Lee. First of all, he has the dopest Keyblade in the game. Second of
Facts.
all, I don't know if you noticed, Chaz, but everybody kind of holds their Keyblade differently. Ventus was my favorite, but Lee's little spin thing that he does is fucking dope. So he now has my favorite Keyblade hold thing. It's dope.
I think he's my favorite too. He has a favorite Keyblade. He has the
I don't
best
know, Ven's
look.
dagger hold is still pretty sick.
Who's
What
this?
do you do when you
Ventress.
Didn't you
Oh
say
yeah, dude, Ben has
the
Ben
dagger
has a
hold.
dope ass hold. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. You little assassin.
Dude, that's why I love
motherfucker.
playing as Ventus in Birth by Sleep, is the way he held that shit. I was like, fuck yeah, that's so cool. I like little small shit like that. Like, everybody can hold it the same, but they don't. That's what's cool about that kind of shit. But anyway.
I also appreciated how he let us play other characters besides Sora. I think those were kind of one of my favorite fights. I just kind of wish they had different skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only did they have different skills, they lacked skills completely.
Yeah, I hate that they do that. Even in Dream Drop, where Riku was a main character, he still was limited.
Well, I was gonna say
Sora
Aqua too. Aqua's had 2 games.
Yeah. I will say, as far as playable characters goes, as far as Riku, we kind of got what we saw. Aqua's was dope because she was kind of y'all see me weak, now let me see it strong, and then she got to fuck up Vanitas.
Oh yeah.
That was dope.
That was dope. Yeah.
Okay, this is probably something y'all won't notice, and since I brought Vanitas, and you know he's one of my favorite characters, but dude, one of the things I love about fighting him in Birth by Sleep was his fucking thing where he says too slow. The way he says it, he's like, too slow. I fucking love that shit. It gives me chills every time, and he didn't say it once in this game. He didn't fucking say it once. That was his fucking tagline if you played Birth by Sleep. He always said too slow. I can't do it right, but the way he said it, go watch the clip. It's fucking amazing. And he didn't say it once. I have a note about that. I literally said, why the fuck did Vanitas not say too slow? That's his fucking catchphrase. It's like Zigbar not saying as if. What the hell? How dare you, Nomura? Anyway, continue.
To go back to, I guess, the final world, I love how the concept of him piecing himself together, that was dope. The going back in time confused the shit out of me, because I was like, I guess I took a break after I beat that part, after I did all the falling.
Sorry.
After I did all the falling. Okay. After I did all the falling where you're falling, and then I took I stopped, and I came back the next day, and I was like, did I forget to save? Because I swear I seen this part before or whatever, and then that's when all the Keyblades came out.
Yes. Oh my god, my dick is rising.
It's 10 minutes long. Why?
Oh my god, dude, I love that. Why the fuck did he not say too slow in the game? Like, are you gonna make Axel not say you got it memorized? Like, everybody has kind of like a catchphrase. That was Vanitas's. I fucking love that shit. God damn it. Oh my god, I'm gonna go on a Winnie the Pooh rant with Vanitas. Continue. Freak out. We'll have another Vanitas complaint, but I'll get into that later. Go ahead.
All right, I'm trying to, cause like my brain is scattered. I'm trying not to go into the black box section until I finish. But
Fuck the black box. That never mattered.
it didn't.
I don't know. Who knows?
What's in the box? Well, I mean, since you said it, it's a quick talking point, but like, Maleficent and Pete were utterly fucking pointless. I forgot all about them until the fucking epilogue. What the fuck was the point in them at all? Like, you
Well,
could not
again,
have
if you
them in
read a
there.
secret, if you read a secret report, Maleficent went back 1,000 or 100 years ago, whatever, and she
Why didn't you
may
do that from the mobile
actually be.
game?
Well, yeah, but okay. Well, she may be the one who sent everybody forward.
Right, but again, that's not explained. Nothing about her is explained in the game for people who don't know, so she was utterly pointless. Like, people who haven't played the mobile game, you have no idea what the fuck she's doing or what she's talking about. Like, nothing. Like, and she had like 3 scenes, and they were all like pointless. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like they could have literally just had her and Pete in the epilogue, and that would have been fine. We don't need to see them digging in like 3 different worlds.
That
And
is
in
true.
one random spot. They dug in like one random spot. Okay, the scene with Pete and Sora was funny though, where he was trash talking and Sora got his feelings. Everybody, Lark's scene was the worst, but everybody fucking, Sora cannot handle criticism at all. Dude, Pete was roasting the fuck out of him in Olympus, but anyway. That was
I
the
found
only...
a whole thread, dude. This Kingdom Hearts 3 is incredibly bad, and this is why. Vanitas doesn't say too slow.
Other people feel that way?
Yes!
Oh my god, I have people. I thought I was alone in this.
And then somebody
Yes,
else
it's a big
commented, Sora doesn't say deep freeze.
He does not.
or he doesn't say that's the power of the Keyblade. Where the fuck did that go? That fell off.
And then somebody's like, Phil didn't say anything.
Oh my god, I have people. I have Vanitas people. Thank you.
Right.
Well, that literally, okay, Vanitas does not get as much screen time, but that would literally be like the equivalent of Axel not saying got it memorized, or Zigbar saying oh, as if, or whatever else. Like, that's a line that needs to be in there. People notice that shit when you like a character. You notice their little sayings, so...
Okay. I'll try to do this quick. So the final fight and the Kingdom Hearts and getting the Trinity blast at the end, all that was dope. Like I said, I pretty much liked everything about it. There wasn't pretty much anything story wise that I hated for me. And that's pretty much all I have to say.
Wait, what was that last thing you said? You broke up a little bit.
Oh, I pretty much didn't hate anything story wise with it.
Oh, okay.
I felt like he completely wrapped it up perfectly.
Well, that's refreshing because I literally have seen one YouTube video on people defending Kingdom Hearts 3. Literally every YouTuber I've seen is Kingdom Hearts 3 is disappointing. Why it's the worst in the franchise, blah, blah, blah. Everyone wants to shit on this fucking game and it makes me mad. So I might be I had problems with the story and stuff, but I might be a little overly defensive about it because people are shitting on it so hard and it makes me so goddamn mad. Because everybody thinks Kingdom Hearts 3 is the series for some reason. It is a game in the series. Like, you can't pin all your hopes and dreams on one fucking game. Like, y'all need to fucking relax. And most of these people probably haven't even played all the games anyway, so shut the fuck up.
I feel like you have to understand that there's 2 different types of Kingdom Hearts players. They just play it for strictly Disney stuff, and like you know what I mean? So they only play the number game.
Yeah.
And they only if you only know like the lore of the number games and you really don't care about Organization 13, because you don't get that much of them besides 2.
Again, I think Kyler said this before. You can argue that you don't even fully understand 2 whatsoever if you've never played
Nope.
Recom or even 385 or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
if you don't play those 2 games, then 2 is just like you're constantly asking yourself what.
Right. Well, see, that's what drives me crazy. Everybody wants to talk about all these plot holes in Kingdom Hearts. First of all, I think it's a tight number. Name one other series that has a fucking 10-game saga where everything comes around and is kind of tight. Sure, there's some things here and there, but Nomura uses literally everything. Every single game, even Recoded, which was the least, in my opinion, he uses everything. Nothing's, like you mentioned earlier in chat, the card. That card's going to be important. Nothing is too small with Nomura. He uses all the details. He uses every little thing. I was blown away by how Chain of Memories was such a big deal with the replicas. Who knew that was going to become like a main plot point of the game? Recoded was important. All these things that I didn't think mattered. Little things here and there. Like, there's so many things that I didn't even remember to write down. Like, little things where I'm like, oh, he added that? Things I would have never thought of or criticized him for not putting in. He put in. But people want to be like, oh, the plot holes. Shut the fuck up. Like, okay, the fact that Aqua and Mickey were there during the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, that is so cool. The fact that Aqua was behind that door the whole time, like, people are like, oh, that's convenient. Shut up, that's dope to me. Like, the fact that that all came full circle, that is so cool. Nomura, to me, is a genius, and all these people can shut the fuck up. Although they have problems with Kingdom Hearts 3.
My biggest problem is with the fandom is that even like fans, there are fans like our level that still like will like accept people that are just like, no, this is convoluted. They're like, yeah, that's fair. Like, no,
yeah,
it's not, though.
I like Biscuit, but he is such a he claims to be a story fan, but he is so fucking backhanded on everything Kingdom Hearts. Like, ooh, that's convenient. And like, even super hardcore Kingdom Hearts fans like us, like a channel called Super Butter Buns that I watch, like
Super Butter Buns is awesome.
Yeah, she like does the roll her eyes thing at the time travel, and so does Gamers Joint. But I'm sitting here like, that is the whole like a main plot of the thing. How do you have a problem with the time travel? Why is, out of all the crazy shit that happens in Kingdom Hearts, your problem is the fucking time travel? Why is that a big deal? It's not confusing. It's just a lot to fucking understand. But that's like literally the entire plot of Kingdom Hearts 3. So you have a problem with that. You have a problem with the Kingdom Hearts 3. Like what is wrong with these people? I don't understand. Like, why is it so hard to write for Manra? Everything else you can get, the gummy ship and interdimensional space and all this other crazy shit, but you know, time travel.
I don't understand. And not even in Kingdom Hearts. It's every media. People get hung up on the exact rules of time travel. Like, what do you need to know? Past self. That's it.
Well, and
somehow the past self's here.
He put in rules, so it wasn't even just like this open, I can do whatever I want. He put in like a set of rules, so it wasn't just a free for all. Like Xehanort could not travel forward in time, and you had to have it had to be, you know, one of your you had to have been in that time or whatever. You know, like there's rules he set up for it, so it's not just like I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. You know.
Yeah.
We do have somebody. We do have a new mechanic of time. Zigbar's immortality. Just because he's pulling in a Orochimaru and just hopping bodies.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. But by the way, that's another thing. Talking about Nomura and planning shit ahead. Again, talk about the plot holes. Zigbar makes comments. I went and looked it up. One in Birth by Sleep and one about Dream Drop Distance. And Birth by Sleep, he makes a comment about having his own agenda. And Dream Drop Distance, he talks about only having a few more hoops to jump through. Those games were shit like way long ago, and he's already like planting the seeds of the big reveal in that like Zigbar bragged all the way back in those games was making little comments like that.
Well,
like,
it's because on
the
surface he's written really well as like the real right hand of, you know, Xehanort this whole time.
Right.
Like he's and again though, he's very open about the fact that he's only I don't know if he's straight. I'm pretty sure he straight says like, it's not even that I like the old man's idea. I just want my Keyblade.
Yeah.
Like, he literally like says that right up front to the player, or you know, in front of the player. I just want my Keyblade. I don't care what his end goal is.
Yeah.
So like we've always known he had an agenda. It's weird that we know now that he had a Keyblade already and gave it up and wants it back. That's what's.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I went back and there was people theorizing. I saw, and it was like a timestamp, like years ago, people theorizing about that he was the master of masters or something was off with him. See, I never looked at Zigbar and thought like, oh, something's weird. I mean, I noticed the comments, but I never would have thought. I always thought, I wrote down in my notes. I thought he was gonna betray Xehanort because I obviously knew the comments he made about I have my own plans and all that kind of shit, right? But I never, you know, imagined that's what it'd be. But people theorized that way back, like in Birth by Sleep. I'm like, damn, people are on this shit.
As soon as I saw Unchained, I think I definitely pieced together Mom's personality with Zigbar's, but not to the extent that like, oh, that's him.
Yeah,
Like,
it's what I'm trying to say over text. Like they're both flamboyant, but it's different. Like
well,
mom is funny. He's fucking hilarious. Zigbar is kind of like cool and like
well, the way the
carefree
Mora
kind of.
writes is he will pass a personality trait on to completely different people just to show that they're connected.
Yeah.
You know what so that's what I think. You know what I mean? I figured there was just like the eye of truth or whatever. It connects all these different people, even though it really doesn't mean anything as of right now.
Yeah. All right, Zach, go ahead and do your overall impressions of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Go.
It was all done a little too quickly. That's all. That's my only issue. Is it was wrapped up in a series of boss battles that just didn't give you time to process anything.
Right.
It was instantly save Mickey, save Kairi, save Riku, save Lee. Like,
See, I don't
and
agree. Everybody complains about the pacing, but I don't agree. I think that they actually, because every Kingdom Hearts game has kind of done that. They would do a world and there'd be a little story stuff, and everything happened at the end. But
you're okay that
I don't agree.
Marluxia barely got to talk at all in
No,
the
I'm not.
entire end?
No, I'm not okay with that. What I'm saying is that like there's a lot to wrap up, but there's a lot of story stuff throughout the game. I thought the pacing was good. Obviously, yes, a lot happened at the very end, but then we had that mid section where there that hour of cutscenes that me and you were talking about back, when we had both hit it at the same time. Like, and then like there's a lot of I don't know. I just felt like there's a lot more story stuff throughout the game. I mean, again, obviously. Like all
Okay,
the main,
if we're
all the
gonna,
real
if
stuff.
then I'll stay right there where I just was. I'll stay specific. I don't think Marluxia was wrapped up very well,
Yeah, I'll give you
Okay.
that.
and Marluxia was done dirty as fuck. He comes back in Corona, and he's all cool and like, you don't remember me, but I know you, and then leaves. He was the fucking boss of that entire game. He was the
I know.
supreme motherfucking evil, and
Yeah, I
then
know.
now he didn't even get a he
Yeah,
he
dude, trust
he
me, he's my
he
favorite
barely
organization
said
member.
anything in that fight.
I know.
Larxene gets the big and Luxord, the two people who didn't mean shit until this game, got the fucking spotlight in that fight.
Well, yeah, I know. He's my favorite. I get it. But I,
And then
I
again,
think
they
there's
turn
a lot.
they're turning Larxene. Larxene better not literally that she no. If she
Wait, she
literally
better
just
not
meant
what?
like, if she literally just fucking meant like, I want Marluxia's dick. This whole time I've been this whole thing is just because I want some dick. That's bad. That's dumb to me.
No,
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
mad.
I like that because that's consistent. Why did she follow Marluxia? It was them two in fucking Chain of Memories because they kind of cut everybody else out. Everybody else is kind of like pawns to them, and they were the two. I don't know. I kind of saw that way early on, so I kind of felt like that was a little consistent. I don't think it's. I think Larxene's been fleshed out enough that she's just not like fucking Kyrie damsel, just wants the guy. But like, I get what you're saying. I kind of like that. I've always seen them as together. I've always seen that. So.
Yeah, but just to reduce everything she does is to being with him is just a little.
Well, I don't think they
harsh.
have. I mean, they fleshed Larxene out a lot throughout the games. Not to mention, like, if you didn't have her Reflect in KH2, she was hands down the hardest data fight. Hands down. That bitch hit hard as fuck. She hit like a fucking truck.
Well,
That
yeah,
bitch
but
was.
that has nothing to do with the story though. Like she's
Yeah,
like.
but for her character though, like, I mean, they made her the baddest bitch out there. So I don't know.
Like all of a sudden,
We don't have to
like,
agree to disagree on that. I just see that.
that entire scene where Zemnis calls them up. It's like a fucking 8-minute scene, and it doesn't fucking matter at all.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I have a lot of thoughts on that, but
You guys are my fucking keys to the ancient Keyblade knowledge, and that's it. Cut. Scene. Wait for the next game. What? Come on now. Like there was just so much dangling in this game. Just as everything that was wrapped up, everything was dangled. Like he literally just wrapped up Xehanort. That's it. I bet you will see everybody's fucking somebodies in the next game. Their nobodies might be gone. I bet we meet everybody's somebodies from now on. We don't even know. Do we even know Luxord's real name?
no, him and Dimix I think are the only one who haven't been revealed. So
Yeah.
And there's another fucking. You want to who? How was Demix wrapped up at all? How?
Well, I literally have in my notes, Demix is literally the only organization member that is entirely pointless. They made up a little thing for him to do in this one, but he literally is absolutely pointless. He has no
But is
plot
he?
whatsoever in any of the games. He's entirely pointless. They made up an arc for him in this one, but every other organization member has had previous ties or previous threads or previous things, every one of them, but fucking Demix. He's the most pointless. There's no point
They
to him
were
whatsoever.
butt
Why did he
fucking
get
Demix.
recruited? Why is he recruited? I have no idea.
Because he was one of the four. He used to, he was a Keyblade wielder in an ancient day. He was thrown forward. That's why.
Okay, that's the only why he was recruited. They've literally, he's the only one that they've done nothing
I saw a
with,
thing
absolutely
the other
nothing.
day. It's like, you remember in 2, he had to like read off of a note. Like that means there was literally like a meeting where Zemnis was like, "We need you to do this," and he was like, "What?" And like Syx like wrote it down and gave him a note. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, the only way they would deem Demix is if he turns out to be the Masters of Masters or something.
I saw something
Otherwise,
about that too.
That'd be hilarious.
They had
He
they had
a
like one or
dope
two
haircut.
quotes that were just like, okay.
That'd be crazy. But yeah, Demix, fuck Demix. He's entirely pointless. I have strong opinions about that. Like that's so dumb because I'm barely emotionally tied to the organization and what Nomura did with them, which I'll get to. But that's why I'm so passionate about fuck Demix because it's like he has no plot in the series whatsoever. Again, they made him a little PA in this game. That's it. But no other game does he have any plot whatsoever. Nothing. He plays the sitar, and that's it. And
But
358.
that's all he needs to do.
Yeah, see, if you type in Demix KH3, everybody just thinks he's mom.
That's the only
again,
redeeming quality he had.
But again, that's just because similar personalities.
Yeah. Except for mom doesn't have autism. Is actively fucking retarded.
Well, maybe after changing bodies for so long, he does.
That's a point.
By the way, I don't. Well, then he can't be the master villain then. But I don't know how anyone like obviously, like I said, Sora's been dumbed down, but after Terra and Demix, first of all, Terra hands down is the dumbest character in the entire series. Like hands down, not even close. So he makes Sora look like fucking Poindexter. Terra is goddamn retarded. Like everything he did at Birth by Sleep was the dumbest shit ever. Like Xehanort in the very first scene, like when he exits, like literally goes into a portal of darkness, and like he has no fucking like. Oh my god, he's so fucking dumb. But yeah, if you're gonna make Sora retarded, like let's remember how dumb Terra is. So
this is kind of true too. Then yeah, like what Demix was just bored, so he was there, and then somebody was like, yeah, that's basically the answer for every organization member in this game. They had nothing better to do, so they re-nobodied themselves.
Somebody wants to finish
It's not like they were just bored nobodies. They were somebodies who were bored and nobodied themselves. Like,
somebody wanted to finish
half of them didn't have real reason. Vexen did it just to like get in, just to betray them, just to like what? Vexen's whole back and forth switching thing was a little confusing to me because it just came out of nowhere.
no, I don't think it did. I mean, he was pretty clear that he wanted. All he cared about. He didn't care about either side. He just cared about the replica and research.
Creating replicas.
No, I know that, but it was, I don't know, it was just so sudden though, and we didn't see the conversation take place. Like he just showed, you know what I mean? Like it just wasn't very fluid, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I think they fleshed out Vexen very well. I liked his rap. Okay, since we're talking about the organization, I'll just go ahead. Fuck the overall thoughts. I love what Nomura did, kinda. Okay, I'm about to go back and forth. But I love how he wrapped up the organization members. It would have been so fucking easy for him to just, you defeat them and they have like a little zinger and they leave. The fact that every single one of them had, okay, yeah, not everybody was completely done, you know, like Lexi and Marlish or whatever. But every single one of them had a very heartfelt, like, thing, and they were all unique to their personalities that was consistent with the lore.
You're a Vanitas fan. You think he was all right?
I fucking love that. Well, Vanitas and Young Xehanort, they whatever. I have a problem with Vanitas that I'll get into later. But let's just talk about like the main organization. It's
Okay.
like I think they just did it so well, dude. Do you know how teary-eyed I got when fucking Xemnas talked about being lonely? Fucking hell, dude. Like, who would have thought? First of all, he could read me a bedtime story. I love his fucking voice. It's so soothing. Oh my god. Tell me a
So
story.
gay.
But every time he comes on, I'm like, oh, yes, daddy. But anyway, not in a sexual way, but like, you know.
When he
read me
says
a
"I'll
bedtime
miss
story.
you" to Riku, or Ansem rather, when Ansem said "I'll
Yeah,
miss
and
you"
then,
to Riku.
dude, okay, what I didn't get about the organization is like, okay, he rocked him up all well, but every single one of them didn't want to be under Xehanort, even his own nobody and heartless. Like, Ansem talked about wanting to rebel, he literally said that. Xemnas talked about, like, being lonely and shit. None of them wanted to be there, not one of them. I'm like, why the fuck are you there? They had
Xemnas
all
was
complete control.
Xemnas was like the ultimate nobody. He was like actually a nobody. Everybody else, like, they pretended to not have feelings, but they obviously did.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
look,
yeah,
Steen
but-
again. She says the whole reason she was even there was because of love. Demix even says in Kingdom Hearts 2, "What do you mean? Of course we have hearts."
Yeah.
So like,
I,
yeah,
I don't know.
Xemnas, I feel bad for.
That was, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just gave me the feels because if you play these games, especially how we played them, where we just played them all together, like you actually spend a lot of time with these characters. Like a lot of the organization were really fleshed out and had a lot of story, and like just to hear that kind of wrap up, it just made me feel some type of way. And you know, like him telling Lexford, when we're people again, we're just boys, or whoever he said that to, I forget. But I don't know. Everybody had something, and it was great. And until young Xehanort, and young Xehanort was like, "Fuck you, cunts," and like he hit some dickish lines. But, but he's literally
he
Xehanort.
just said you were
But-
gonna fucking screw yourself over again.
Yeah, he was like, "You're gonna die" or whatever. And then everybody else is like heartfelt. But like Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness, like his fucking line was like, I mean, it talked about him wanting to leave and all that kind of shit. I'm like, I did not expect any of that, man. It just. Nomura did not have to do that, and he took the time to, because we care. If you play these games and you play all of them, you care about these characters. Like
Yeah.
you really do. Like they're quote unquote antagonists, but whatever. Like you care about all these characters, and then you talk about like, oh, this is gonna get me to the two people I'm mad about. And then you talk about like the quote unquote good side, and seeing like the clock tower scene, dude. Oh my god, that hit me in the feels. Like seeing Isa and Lee and. Oh my god, dude! I was just like, oh my god, it's just like coming full circle. But what the fuck with fucking Akeyles and Dylan, or Lexeus and fucking Zaldin? Fucking Zaldin was one of the most badass organizations members. They didn't have any
Zaldan's a
lines.
beast.
They
I
had
know.
no fucking lines. Zaldin was like the only organization member that was hard in the main game, let alone his data fight. Fuck that fight. They had no fucking lines. Why were they there? They scowled. What the fuck? Every other organization member got time and got wrap-ups. Not them. They're the only ones. Enzo was the only one of the quote-unquote good side that got anything at all. Like, what the fuck? That was so dumb.
Because everybody else had to get lines, Kyler. You can't please. You
Yeah.
can't have everybody.
Okay, Lexeus is arguably on the bottom of like lore and arcs. He's pretty much down there with Ximix. But Zaldin was number 3. What? Why do we not get to hear their somebody versions? Like that bothered me. They literally just sat there and scouted. I don't think they had one line.
Well, no. They said though the original 6 were only picked because they already worked for Ansem. That's it. No other reason.
Yeah.
Right, but that's irrelevant to the fact that they all had arcs and shit. Like, I mean, again,
Well, no, I'm just saying though. That's why they like their importance begins and ends there.
like I went back because I watched all of Zigbar scenes and all the side scenes, so I saw a lot of the when they're in their chairs talking. Zaldin had a lot of fucking dialogue in those scenes. A lot of dialogue. Like he opened his
Well,
mouth
because
a
number
lot.
3 still meant something. There was still a hierarchy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not consistent. Like even the lower members who got.
No, I get you.
I mean, like that bothered me. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but they literally just sat there, and I was like,
No,
"What the
you're
fuck?"
right.
Because I spent probably the most time with Zaldin losing his goddamn fight, both of his fights. So we had a lot of time together, and that bothered me that I did not see him talk at
Zaldan's
all.
probably the most consistently hard boss in 2. Like you ask
Yeah.
everybody who what boss they had any kind of trouble with, Zaldan's gonna be the one they say usually.
Oh, 100%, absolutely.
Yeah.
I hit the 15-minute thing on my Zaldin win on the data fight because about the 50th try I randomly won and I had no idea why. He just died and I had to go back and watch what I did because I just died so much. Like he was, god damn it, he was ridiculous. Again, he was one of the only hard ones in the main story in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like I got stuck at Beast
Right.
Castle forever with him. Like fuck that shit. Fuck Zaldin. But also Zaldin. But still, yeah, that bothered me. Why didn't they talk? I don't know. But yeah, I think the wrap-ups, I think, are really good. A lot of shit I did not expect from all that. I'm trying to remember.
Well, again, Luxwood hasn't really wrapped up yet.
Well, again, like you
I-
said, I think there's somebody's gonna come back, but like, of course they are. Like that's what happened.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there hasn't. I'm not gonna call that a wrap up. Xehanort's wrapped up because we shouldn't see him. Although I wouldn't doubt if we ever saw young Xehanort again.
can we? Oh my god,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
Young Xehanort. Can we all agree that Xehanort was hands down the best final boss of the series? I fucking
Yes.
loved all that shit. Like he turned into like the satanic goat thing, and then like when they're all in their thrones and hitting you, I can tell that's gonna be a hard fucking battle on critical mode.
Yeah, that
But,
way probably will be a hard
That
fucking fight.
I probably told you this, Zach. I probably said it before, but I'm not a fan of final bosses. I just never like I don't care about final bosses, but that one actually, this is one of the only ones I actually enjoyed doing. So
It was pretty dope, yeah. Especially the final part and the clock or whatever on the top.
yeah,
I guess it's
yeah,
not a
it was
clock, but the big circle.
Oh yeah.
yeah. I liked a lot of it.
When they
No,
force
yeah,
you to
it was
rage
a dope
mode.
You're right. Even the whole Scala and Kylum sequence
Yeah,
was amazing,
yeah.
hands down.
Oh yeah, because they
Yeah,
they
and-
even took you underwater. You kind of went everywhere in that one fight
Yeah, you went underwater in the sky. And
in
Yeah.
the sky.
It was Inception. They just incepted everything and twisted and turned and Doctor Strange the shit out of everything. It was fucking cool.
Oh yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
does-
Can we talk about the fact that now that we know Xehanort's total plan and motivation, that he did some fucked up shit, but like motivation wise, he was not an antagonist? Can we talk about that? Because that was a little like, what?
I don't know how I feel about them trying to like.
Dude, his motivation was, dude, he's fucking Noah's Ark. Shit. Like, he's trying to clean, like, nothing about him was like, his, okay, he did fucked up shit, but nothing about him was like, motivation-wise was bad. Like, I'm not like, yeah, no, he's not like, I must destroy the world. Like, he tried to bring balance. He's the Avatar. Like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, well, no, because that's literally, we already knew what happened with the first Keyblade, though. Like, it was told in the game. Like, the world turned to light, and then everything started to be born slowly. Like, he wanted to
know.
just do that again and reset it.
Yeah, but I mean, they fleshed that out way more. And when he did his big speech and everything, like I'm like, I don't have a problem with anything you're saying at all. Actually, like Sora, like I don't know why you're trying to stop him. I don't understand what you're doing. Like Sora is kind of the antagonist right now. But okay.
Besides
very
cleansing the
conflicted-
world,
What?
I mean, besides like trying to merge all the worlds and not knowing what that would do, because he's basically doing a big ass experiment, and we just don't know if his experiment is gonna be good or bad. So it's kind of like we're kind of good how we are now, and we don't want to be forced into like a fucked up world or even a even better world because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember thinking out loud, like I don't see the problem. Like at the end of the day, he didn't like come off as evil to me, especially with the wrap up. And like I'm completely conflicted. I don't want to get into all the trio shit yet, but like just with the overall ending with Xehanort and it. Okay, because I went to this game saying I need there to be consequences. I need to be dark. There's been like 10 fucking years. There's been time travel. Like Xehanort has done all this shit to get to this point. And part of me likes the way he ended. I love the fucking Erica shit. I love the fact that his friend talked him out of it. But then again, part of me is like, literally Erica's came out and was basically like, yo, come on, man, just knock it off. And Xehanort was like, you know what? You right, though. And that was kind of it. And it's like, did that easy? But I also like it at the same time. Like, I equally kind of like and dislike it at the same time. Because I like that it happened that way. It just felt easy.
I
It felt too
can't,
easy.
no. Come on,
What do you mean,
Connor. As somebody who's like You hate that friendship is power shit anime.
I
but it's
do
okay.
hate. No, I
But
do
you
hate
hate it in
it.
Kingdom Hearts. But it's okay in Kingdom Hearts.
No. I still hate that shit. I was gonna get into. I have another part of that I'm conflicted about. But talking about the Xehanort thing, like that's why I'm conflicted. Because that didn't feel like the power of friendship, like gay.
I would.
Okay, every time Sora says it, I literally say gay out loud. I'm like gay, but like I don't know. It felt different because of Birth by Sleep and because Ericus and he fucking killed Ericus or had him killed or he's the reason he was killed and shit. So like there's some dark shit with that, but it's like I kind of like that it was that way. That was kind of earned the power.
Again,
of
I'm not
friendship.
gonna say it's bad because it's bad. I guess I would have preferred him stay the like right until the bitter disappearing that he was like he still wanted the world to change.
See, me too, but also I don't I like that it wasn't just a I'm evil, I destroy the world, and you go in a blaze of glory.
No,
like,
he was again.
no.
I'm not
like,
saying he was evil. He was evil. He could still have 100% the motivation you just said you liked, and still not had the Ericus thing. He still could have 100% just like, literally like the easiest way to say it is I'm gonna flip a coin. The entire existence is either going to heaven or hell, but I'm still gonna flip this coin and then find out.
but
Which
that's,
again,
I
I'm not
don't,
gonna say is a bad thing because I'm a man of science, so.
well,
I,
I think it's a lot more complex than just the Thanos snaps his fingers and 50% of the world disappears. That's not really what it was.
I'm not saying anybody I'm just saying everybody. Because again, what if the world resets, but the people don't come back this time?
Yeah. He literally
Like
doesn't
again,
know.
they say that like he didn't know. He might be wiping out people, but that still might be better than now.
See, that's what I'm saying though. That's why I like that. Like it didn't feel power friendship to me because Eric is kind of showed him that. He kind of like convinced him of that, and I kind of like that. It's also because I'm also conflicted on the fact that I literally said if somebody doesn't die in this game, it's trash because like there needs to be consequences. But I also after the game finished, I literally throughout the entire thing I was like somebody's got to die, and then after everything happened, I'm sitting there going. Okay, I wanted consequences, but at the same time, I like all the reunions. Like, I can't picture anybody that I wanted to die. So I'm conflicted in that way, too. There's a lot of conflicts for me in this because I like the way it wrapped up, but I want both things, I guess, and I can't have them. So I don't know, really. He blew my mind. It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was
No,
going to
you're
be way
right.
more
I didn't
black and
expect
white.
any of it.
Yeah.
And I love things that subverse my expectations.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't even have to be good as long as it did it. And I don't mean like some M. Night Shyamalan bullshit.
Can we talk
Right.
about the one thing that blew my fucking mind that I had not expected in a million years? And I heard the theory, and I literally
fucking
stared at my
Zeta
TV.
Flare?
No, not that. Fucking, oh my god, dude. Where my mouth just dropped the entire scene. Terra was the fucking Guardian. Blew my fucking mind. Oh my god. When he ripped the tape off his mouth, oh my god, dude. I was like, what the fuck? I was not expecting that shit. I had heard the theory and I completely discarded it. I'm like, oh, that's good. I didn't even think about it. But when it happened, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? As the scene was playing out, I was like, no. And he rips the fucking tape off and everything. I was like, the whole time! What the fuck?
That actually gives good leeway to the ephemer being Dark Inferno. That could be the shape that really strong Keyblade wielders take.
Well, I mean, it's like, I can't disregard that. Who would have thought that? But, again, that goes back to the more planting seeds way early on. Which, again, Kingdom Hearts 1 didn't know, the whole series. But still, it's like, damn. Because, there's certain things, like the X and everything, like, there's certain traits. It's, like, crazy. I mean, that's, like, a lot of things were kind of, like, shocking. That's the one thing that literally fucking blew my mind. I was like, no fucking way. Are you kidding me? That was crazy.
Yeah, that was dope. That whole sequence was dope. And, like,
that whole
was
scene
very
was
powerful.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we should go ahead and get into it. But, dude, the fucking reunions, man. That made me so fucking emotional.
Okay, wait, but this isn't a reunion because they didn't know each other, but... Come on now, Foxus and Van literally like,
Dude, I had that as a note.
It.
I had that as a note. Why the fuck did they not have a conversation? Are you kidding me?
They just
What
like,
the hell? What a missed opportunity.
What is this?
No, okay, they
so
looked at
mad.
each other, but why? Yeah, they did not. Why the fuck did Victus and Roxas not have a conversation? Because it's the same complaint I have with the thing I said about Benitez. Half his face? Sora, you did not know that was you from half his face. Pull that fucking thing off. Why the fuck did his full face not come out of that shit? I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? There's no way Sora we knew he looked like Sora, but from half his face, you did not know that shit. Come on. Look at it objectively. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. No, we knew. We know. So you're biased. But no, there's no way. Why the hell did they just blow half his mask off? Fuck that shit. I want to see Dark Sora fucking talk to regular Sora, and I want to see Ventus and Roxas talking. Did I get it? Fucking no. Ugh.
I thought the BBS trio reunion was a little weak. Even Aqua and Van was just like a good morning, and that was it. Let's move on. Whereas again, when you compare it to Xion and Roxas and Lee, who literally like just broke fucking down.
Yeah, that I think in the moment, like that one hit me the hardest. But then you had the scene with the Birth by Sleep trio and Ericus's grave. I think they kind of got their moment there, and that kind of fucked me up a little bit. I was like, God damn, where they're putting the Wayfinders on his grave. I was like, damn.
Oh, where Charity just randomly runs over and remembers Ventus,
don't fucking
but Ventus
ruin it.
doesn't remember.
Don't fucking ruin everything.
That's what I'm here to do. What did that? And then he runs back over, and everybody just looks at the cat, and then like pats his head and moves on. Like, okay, we have a cat now. What?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I made it clear I'm not a huge Roxas fan. I don't hate him, but like when he came out, dude, I was screaming. I was like, "Fucking yes, man!" Because again, it's like they fucking deserve that. Again, I think Terra caused everything that happened to him. Like he fucking deserved that shit. But it's still so satisfying to see them together. Because Birth by Sleep, dude, is like everybody talking about it's too happy. Like that's dark as fuck, man. What happened to them was horrible, fucking tragic, man. They had like the worst things. So. I mean, Roxas and them were pretty bad, but like, they're arguably like the worst. Like, Realm of Darkness for 10 years, fucking like.
You could argue that Roxas is half of. He doesn't remember most of it because he didn't exist until Sora became a Heartless anyway.
Yeah.
You know, Ventus, everybody else experienced their lives.
It was just so satisfying. Even like finding Ventus when we finally get Aqua out. By the way, can I just make a little comment? Ansem the Wise and Mickey are fucking dicks. They're actually the antagonists of the show. But anyway, I'll get into that later. But yeah, the fact that like when she finally got out of the Realm of Darkness, and then she seeing the thing unlocked and become the Land of Departure and all that shit, dude. When you ran in there and you see Ventus on the throne, I literally sitting there like taking pictures like with my mouth open, and I'm like, this is kind of creepy. But I was like, oh my, it's Ventus. I love Ventus. Oh god, it was so good. And then you have the Vanita saying, and she does it. There's so many things that he did right. I get it. There's a lot of problems that he did wrong, but it was heartwarming. It was hard. Dude, Axel fucking crying, and then when he saw Xion and fucking Roxas, oh my god, that was beautiful, man. It was fucking beautiful. Dude, when he was crying in front of Kyra and he's literally touching his eyes, like, what is this? It's coming out of my eyes. I was like, oh my god, no. Oh my god, it was so good. I'm gonna start crying. But yeah, he did well. What was the other?
You know, it was fucking pretty dope. One of my favorite scenes of the whole game.
What?
When Mickey went to fucking Ultima Xehanort and he was just like, stop, because that's what fucking Mickey had done to him in Dream Drop.
Wait, what? Say it again.
When Xehanort fucking stopped Zud. Well, like after when Mickey tried to attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what Mickey had done in Dream Drop.
Dude, speaking of Mickey, tell me why. Okay, after playing 0.2 and everything, Mickey gets sucked up and shit all the fucking time. Like almost every battle, he like gets captured.
He's an
or
awful
sucked up.
Keyblade wielder.
Oh my god, he's like, but he's always Mickey X Machina saving the day, but he always gets fucking trapped or sucked up somewhere. Even in 0.2, fucking like every game, he like shit happens to him. I'm like,
no, he's not
Birth by
good though.
Sleep.
Yeah, but that's actually his character though. That's like written in. He's a bad apprentice. It's obvious. They've stated that. He's a bad apprentice to the master.
He's a bad person in general, actually.
It was dumb though because he was getting ready to fucking stop the whole fucking like the Heartless and shit, and Riku like stopped him, and then he didn't go to stop Xehanort. He went to Ultima Xehanort. So that whole scene was pointless.
Yeah. And then awkward is that whole thing where she's like, and you left me, and he was like, yeah, my bad. Probably shouldn't have done that shit.
That
Dude,
scene
I
literally
was
just
so
exists
happy.
to make people feel bad if you didn't play Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah. that whole thing, but God, he's almost like Kyrie. He just like always is kidnapped and sucked up and shit, but he like is always, I called him Mickey Ex Machina in Birth by Sleep because he literally Ex Machinas every single one of them. Like he shows up right in time, like Ventus and Vanitas, and like and every one of them there's a fight.
Yeah, but he's
where
got a
like,
magical star that's literally made Deus Ex and...
Nobody couldn't control it. He just randomly showed up.
Right, but the star knew
After
what
he
was
left
doing.
Yin Sid because he didn't listen because he's a little selfish cunt.
He's a king. He's not a warrior.
Yeah, he's a douche. Answer the Wise is Answer the Wise is a fucking Answer the Wise is way more of a douche than fucking Xehanort. Like holy shit, all the shit he does, most of his game is fucking Answer the Wise's fucking fault. Like he causes most of the shit, the fall of the fucking organization members. He puts data in Sora's head for no reason. He wants Ryu to kill fucking Naminé, and then he wants to make up for it later. Dude, Answer the Wise is the fucking antagonist. Are you kidding me? I was reading the Wikipedia shit to remember all this shit because I was gonna say the Answer the Wise was Dick, and I was reading. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Holy shit, he's just showing up in like his dreams. Like he just does whatever the fuck he wants. I'm like, god damn it. And then he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He deceives everyone as Diz. He makes Riku become the fucking the Dark Anthem version again, like turn into Dark Anthem. Like what the fuck, man? You evil cunt! How dare you, Anthem the Wise? Anthem the douche. But
Did you get
anyway.
enough Yen, Sid? Did he do enough for you finally?
I wanted to see him wield the Keyblade, but I was happy. Well, I had a problem because I was like, you this fucking powerful. How are you this powerful and you're just gonna let everybody die in the thing? Like you, what? Everybody dies and you had this power the whole time? Again, why the fuck did he not wield a Keyblade? That would have been dope as fuck. But it was still cool to see him have a moment because me and Kinchon talked about that. Like, what? Like, holy shit, dude. You had this power this whole time? Like,
Dude, he held off them Heartless, but like he stumbled at one point.
No,
like, the
dude,
thing
he's
started
fucking
to
Dumbledore,
close
he's
and-
fucking Gandalf, he's that of the series, like, for sure.
True.
100%, he's that guy.
Yeah, but he Moses the Heartless, and then it started to close up, and he had to do it again.
I like the way you said that.
That's the first thought I had. It was Lance literally came in and just parted these Heartless like the Red Sea.
Okay, so I've defended the story. Now I gotta talk about my biggest complaint, and this makes me so mad, okay? The trailer, I told Kinchon almost every day when that trailer dropped, I was like, why the fuck is Sora crying? What happens to make him do that? Why is he dropping on his knees? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you... Okay, Sora is the most... Hold on. Sora is the most positive motherfucker, the most, oh, we could do it, we can figure it out, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, Xehanort kills somebody, and that's why he drops to his knees? Really? He literally gives up hope in 2 seconds, is on his knees wailing? That was so out of character. It made no sense. That whole entire sequence made no fucking sense. They didn't explain how many times had they gone through that loop. Like, obviously, Nomura now has clarified some of it, but that whole thing was fucking confusing. Like, everybody was confused about what the fuck happened in that scene. Like, it made no sense. Why the fuck did the Lingering Will Terra come back randomly in that one version of it? Like, and not in any of the others? Like... Okay, how are you have the most powerful fucking lights, like the good guys, like the most powerful Keyblade wielders, and literally Terranort wipes them all out. Literally, they all just sit there and watch themselves die. Like, that entire sequence made no fucking sense. That was my biggest problem.
Kyrie was having some kind of cosmic battle. Kyrie was fighting to keep him together. That was Kyrie doing that. She used the power of waking constantly.
She definitely didn't use the power of the Keyblade, for sure. But no, it was actually Sora who abused the power of waking. That's why.
Can we just talk about how there were 2 entire video games about Sora getting the power of waking, just for him to jump into the world of darkness, like, and just do it?
That was kind of cool, though. That was kind of cool that they had an action command that said Sora. And then he just comes out of the fucking clouds like goddamn Jesus or something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, but seriously, it's like, what?
But no, I don't know if that bothered anybody else, but I was pissed when he dropped on his knees and started wailing. I was like,
yeah.
what? Why? What are you fucking kidding me? Because I was so hyped for that moment. Because literally in the trailer, they showed this. I know that obviously trailers they are deceitful, but they literally show Xehanort do the thing where he flips him off the cliff at the end, and then he's on the ground like screaming, or it was before that, one or the other. And so you make you think it's a big moment. Dude, he gave up in 2 seconds and made no... That is not Sora's character at all. Like, he's an optimist to a fucking fault. He never... We will do this with the power of light and the power of friendship, and we'll make it through. You can't stop us. But then you instantly give up? Instantly? What the fuck? That made no sense.
It's not good, but I mean, he did see everybody, like, die in a second. It wasn't like one person.
But no. It happened so quick that he doesn't know what happened. Like that's happened plenty of times. That's happened plenty of times, and he has.
That bothered me. That killed me too. That tornadoes of tiny baby Heartless that I shit on walking by are like this huge enemy in the game. They're the biggest. They're like Soulnadoes from fucking Mortal Kombat. You touch it, you die, and it makes no sense. Since when?
It made them all look weak as fuck. It made it like really cheap. I was so disappointed in that. I was so disappointed. I was like, are you kidding me? That's like the biggest plot thing that I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like again, even the more kind of explanation, I'm like, really, dude? These are the most powerful motherfuckers. You gonna do my boy Riku like that? My boy Riku's my protagonist, man. Riku's my boy, and you gonna do fucking Riku like that? Fuck
I don't know,
you.
dude. Riku's your boy for now. Wait till we get Yozora.
Oh, fuck you, Zora.
I don't know, man. Yozora's... He's like Riku, but better.
Nah,
He's like Riku, but he's got Yuna's eye thing going on.
So, my other biggest complaint, I think...
I don't think you said your problem... I brought up the Vanitas, and you said you had a...
No, I already did that. The part where it didn't show his full face. And again,
but you were fine with everything else? With his whole arc ending and, no, I'm darkness. That's it, dark.
Well, I found it consistent with his character because he is. He's Ventus's pure darkness, so that actually
But what about, okay, but you brought up a while back, you know, the novelization or whatever, where he, like, yearns for more, and then they totally disregard that.
He realized
he cried. Remember when he cried when Ventus...
That's not
when the Keyblade broke.
That's not
okay. No. That's not in BBS when the Keyblade breaks. He fucking reaches at it and he looks so distraught that the Keyblade's broken.
Right, but plot-wise, we don't know why. Like
that's what I'm saying. So that's not.
I don't know. I just felt like it would be more consistent. Like if he. I don't know. I just felt like
you could say it's wrapped up, but there's no bow on it. I guess that's.
But no, I didn't say everybody was wrapped up. I literally said let's talk about the main organization. That was my point with that.
Yeah.
I think the main organization. That's why I disregarded young Xehanort and Vanitas. I literally said that. I said put them aside. I said the main organization.
You think we'll see Vanitas again?
We better see Vanitas again. And you better goddamn say too slow. Are you kidding me? Fuck it. And I swear to God.
Are you being biased or serious right now?
I'm being dead serious. And I don't care.
When we see him again?
If it makes any sense or not, but Lee better have his eye things in all the new games. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how much sense that makes. Put the fucking eye things back in your goddamn face. That's bullshit.
Well, yeah, because he's still a crybaby.
Oh, what are the big... I thought the organization fights were cool. One thing I didn't like was I was hoping to see a lot more... Because I thought they were hinting at it with back cover. I really wanted to see more, like... of the animated cutscene fights. Like, I really wanted to see them, like, go at it in cutscenes. I think it would be cool to, like... Because they never really...
Some of them were still pretty cool, though.
Kind of, but they never really flex, like, their true, like, Keyblade on Keyblade power. Like, we never really see the shit. Like, it's a couple of clashes here and there, but I was hoping for some, like, epic, like, throwdown battle. Like, maybe you fight them and you drain their health bar, and then it just shows, like Axel and, you know, Xidax just, like, going at it in a cutscene.
Well, again,
I was kind of hoping for that.
That's what I was trying to get to that too when I said about the Luxord Marluxia. That fight right there didn't feel good. Like none of them felt like they got the what they deserved, and Luxord felt like he got all of it. And still not enough.
I agree, but it's also like I kind of given him some credit that like there's so many things that he wrapped up in so many little things, and there's so many things to wrap up. Like I think it was a lot, man. I really wanted to see like a Yin Sid fighting with the Keyblade, like versus like Xehanort or something. Like maybe he doesn't beat him, like somebody breaks it up. You know, did y'all ever see Legend of Korra?
Yes.
Okay, like when Toph comes back as an old lady, and you know she's about to fuck this shit up, but they kind of like ex machina to where like she didn't actually do the fight. I kind of wanted one of those things where somebody breaks it up, because obviously Yin Sid would probably wreck Xehanort, but like I kind of wanted to see him go at it with him with a Keyblade. So that would have been cool, I think. I just read my note that says answer and Mickey are dicks. Let's see. That is not saying too slow. I really am mad about that. Oh, can we talk about how funny and Trillion Amore is? Did y'all see how many times Axel broke the fourth wall? I wrote down 2 of the quotes.
At least 3.
Yeah, dude. I have the quotes here. He literally said, "Hold on, what is it? Oh, I have them on my thing. Hold on." He says, what's that? Oh, the sheet. What's that? He says, oh, when everybody gets back together, he comes back. He's like, oh no, when they all meet in the Keyblade graveyard, he goes, we had some plot points that needed ironed out.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody shows up together.
Yeah.
And then there was the one where he says, Xidax was talking shit to him, and he was like, do you know how popular I am? I got loads of people rooting for me, because Xidax was like, you're about to be killed. And I was like, you motherfucker. There was a couple more times that he did it, but I'm like, really? That's funny.
I think he did it talking to Kyrie too, but I don't remember the quote.
He probably did, cause there's some things I didn't catch until like I watched some stuff again, but yeah. that shit was funny. I'm like, dude, did he just break the fourth wall? Because I didn't catch the Xidax line until I rewatched it. But
tell me how they snapped his Keyblade, but then he had it in the very final scene.
Exactly.
Like, what did it matter that he snapped the Keyblade? Was it just gone for a minute?
Oh, see, that's another thing that didn't make sense.
Concentrate to bring it back.
Hold on, since when can you break a Keyblade, first of all, and second of all, when can you just like go and get another one? Like you go to Sears and pick up a new Keyblade. Like what the fuck was that shit? When Mickey's like, oh, better get a new one, or we should have upgraded our Keyblades. Okay, I get that's a mechanic in the game, but don't bring that into the fucking story.
Riku just gets a new one though. Riku goes and buys a car, and that's where he gets his.
Yeah, but his was kind of story related. Mickey was literally like, oh, let me.
His car key was story related. Did I miss a Jeep?
His car key? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, his Keyblade's a car key, dude.
Okay.
Oh, it is. It's
his is story related. But yeah, that didn't make any sense. Okay, we just break our Keyblades now. Like, what the fuck?
Well, only him, and only because it wasn't very good or something. I don't know.
Since when can a Keyblade break, though? Even in the Keyblade graveyard, all the Keyblades are intact. Like, what?
I mean, Sora gets a new Keyblade like every world, so you can't.
That's explained. Those are key chains. He has the same Keyblade, but the key chains like changes the form of the Keyblade. It's all the same Keyblade, though.
They still never explained why Mickey's head is on any of them either.
Yeah. I don't know. Fuck Mickey.
Damn.
Source in Vanitas face. Clock tower. Okay, now we gotta talk about the most important thing in the game. I literally screenshotted the entire game because I wanted one thing out of this game. Okay, a lot of things. I said from the very beginning, and I said to Kim jumped in this game way before me, and every time I saw him, I said, nominate better wield the fucking Keyblade in this game. Because I want to see her, first of all. Second of all, I want to see her wield the Keyblade. Because if the goddamn Roxas can wield the Keyblade, then it makes sense that Nominate can get one. And that's all I wanted. I was like, I need to see her wield the Keyblade. The entire game, the entire fucking game, I have screenshotted quotes of Kyrie twice and a bunch of other people talking about bringing Nominate back. We're going to bring Nominate back. So I'm sitting there going, cool, we're getting Nominate. Never happens. We get all the trios back together. I'm happy. I'm emotional. Where the fuck is Nominate? The Riku replica comes out. Literally, it's like, hey, I have a body for Nominate. They leave the fucking body just laying there. I'm literally like, hey, ain't y'all gonna pick that up? Like, I was like saying it out loud. Like, hey, don't we need that to bring Nominate back? Like, what the fuck? And then at the very end, she gets her own little scene. But what the fuck, man? That was my most, like, so much of a missed opportunity with that.
Like she wasn't very important at all.
No. Fuck you, dude. I know I'm biased because she's like best girl of all time of anything, but like literally, dude, she's a huge dude. She has way more in the game than fucking Kyrie does. Fight me, prove me wrong. She has way more in the game than Kyrie does.
Yeah, but does she just like do evil stuff for most of the time?
Does she what?
Like
Does she
just erase. Isn't she just erasing memories?
Well, she also put him. Yeah, she also put Sora back together though.
I mean, but isn't that after she did the wrong thing?
Ripped him apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what is Chad saying? I'm having a hard time hearing him.
She was bad. She ripped Sora's memories and heart to pieces, and then
Isn't it?
That's
put him
because
back
she was
together.
forced to by Marluxia.
Right.
She was forced to do that.
We know that.
And then she spent all of 358 and most of like a good chunk of Kingdom Hearts 2 trying to fix it. Trying to fix that, feeling bad for Xion. She had way more compassion than fucking Ansem, and then Ansem literally tried to get Riku to kill her and all this shit. Like yeah, she had a lot of scenes. Naminé got done dirty. Naminé and Roxas probably the most.
She got
like,
reduced again. Almost every female in this game got done dirty.
Like everybody's freaking the fuck out over Xion, and I don't want to get into the whole like because we're getting DLC on that and how she
Xion's
exists or
best
whatever.
girl.
Because well, no, that wasn't a problem for me. Like she looks like a lesbian. That wasn't a problem for me. 'Cause
She looks
Well,
like
I was-
Naminé.
I'll explain to you why I have no problem with Xion coming back because it makes perfect sense. But in a second, but like everybody's giving Xion all this clout. I'm like, what about fucking Naminé? Like, are you goddamn kidding me? Okay, I want to know. I want to know your initial reaction, not like what everybody says or whatever. When you first saw Riku extend his hand to Naminé, did you feel like that was a thing? Because I immediately was like, what? Because the way he did it and the way she accepted it, I was like, that they made that a thing, which I had seen that way earlier. But did y'all catch that at all, or?
I didn't. I just saw it more as he was picking her up because he promised to Repliku he would take care of her. That's all.
You definitely made him a fake girlfriend. He couldn't get.
Like she's probably his fuck doll right now, but I don't. That's not confirmed in the story. That's just headcanon.
Right. He picked her up because he picked everybody else up. The shadow in the clock tower was a big indication that he picked everybody up, right, and took them on Destiny Islands. But the way he did it, go back and watch the scene. The way he did it was like, "Come here, girl," and the way I don't know. I just thought because they've had chemistry from way before, and Replica Riku is fucking Riku. Because if you're gonna say he's not, then none of the characters came back are themselves then, because every one of them are replicas. They all got replica bodies. It's like the heart. Every one of them is either the same character or the replicas. Like you can't say fake girlfriend and not say fake Roxas, fake Xion, fake everybody. Like everybody's fake if Naminé's fake. So that literally makes no sense if people want to try to argue that shit. Like they're the same. It literally is the same. Yeah, but that was the biggest missed opportunity in the entire game was that Naminé did not wield a Keyblade. Why the fuck? Why does Roxas get a Keyblade and dual wielding at that? And I can't get Naminé wielding a Keyblade?
Yeah, how is he
Way
still
better than
dual
Tyler.
wielding? I thought his whole dual wielding was because Sora, him, blah blah blah. I don't. Why isn't Sora dual wielding if he can? I don't.
I watched a video on that once and explained it, but I don't remember why. I think I bought whatever it said, but I don't remember the reason. There's a reason, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But logically, nomination will the Keyblade. But I'll
Is it because Roxas is actually Ventus and Sora in a way? So he's kind of like two people.
Roxas is not anything to do with Ventus except he looks similar to him. That's it. You always think
You can't
that.
look like somebody and have nothing to do with them.
Yes, you can.
Sora-
Sora and Benitez, they have nothing to do with each other. They just look like they literally have nothing to do with each other. Nothing. Like Benitez is pure Ventus darkness. They just look similar. That's it. Roxas and Ventus have nothing to do with each other.
I feel like they have
Celebrating
something
for
to do
now.
with each other.
Yeah, they will eventually.
Well, we can't even get them talking. Why was there not a scene for that? That would have been beautiful. Are you kidding me? That would have been amazing. Like, okay, they glanced at each other like, huh? But, okay, another thing. I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know how y'all felt about it, but like Mickey and Riku kind of like Blue's Cluesing their way through the Kingdom Hearts story the entire game. That was kind of cool for me because they were kind of like reminding you of everything and figuring out because we know all this shit, but they don't, and they're kind of piecing it together. I kind of enjoyed that. I thought that was cool. They're like Scooby-Dooing their way through the game. Like it was interesting. What do y'all think?
Well, yeah, because I feel like Nomura would have been. He's just defending himself from everybody going, "How did they know?"
Did you like how Jimmy was like, hey, y'all can all catch up and figure out who everybody is in my journal. Just look at that and read it, and you can
He's
figure
like,
out
hey, look, I'm
who everybody
important.
is.
I did things. Look. Read my
Just,
blog,
so
please.
everybody take a minute.
Everybody take a minute to read my blog.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my
Jimmy, if you don't
YouTube
get that
channel. You know, I have everything you need.
stuff. Yeah. I mean, I guess we haven't talked about Donald and Goofy. I said my biggest thing in the chat, but dude, like if you watch that, like Donald and Goofy, like at first they were like, we're not Keyblade wielders, but we'll jump right in. You immediately, okay, when Sora goes and he wraps up Kyrie in that thing in the Shadow Cyclones coming at him, or Terranol, whatever it was, I forget which one it was, but they're coming at him. He wraps her up. Goofy immediately steps in front of him with a shield, like he was gonna take the blow, and then you have Donald, who does that, kill blow. I'm like, God, like they talked all that shit and were ribbing each other, but at the end of the day, man, that shit hit me in the feels. That they were ready to sacrifice themselves for him, and that was beautiful to me. I love that part.
I've always been behind those two, like as goats.
Yeah.
Like again,
Yeah, multiple.
make as many jokes as you want to make about Donald. Like,
Actually,
Right.
I
He's still a
actually
bro.
think he was better in this game, like healing wise, and helping
he's
out.
he's canonically stronger than 80% of the Bahamets that have ever existed in Final Fantasy, and who is usually statistically the strongest summon magical thing in those games.
Right, but he's also paper. So when you have a 0 defense stat, I know not literally, but basically you have a 0 defense stat, it doesn't matter how powerful you are, you're gonna die instantly. So.
But that's any summoner, though, really.
Yeah, but he's the worst example. Like I don't even. I literally set their AI. Well, not Goofy, but Donald is always set. After Kingdom Hearts 1, I always set him to just heal and shit.
I like that.
Like, don't.
I like that there was more magic in the game. Like people again, stop and hold.
Did anybody have problems with getting the unison shit to work? I could never get the team up shit to work.
It always works
like
for
the
me.
unison fire and all that.
Yeah,
Constantly.
It never popped for me. I don't know. I kept trying to adjust, like turn off everything but the one. I could never get it. I got like, the flare and the twirl with Goofy, but I could never get like the unison fire and all that. I don't know why, but that shit never popped.
How do you have Donald set? Do you have Donald set to stick by you?
Yeah, I think I kept him at stay with Sora.
Oh,
So,
okay.
because again, the other games are harder. So, and I always play critical mode, so I always had to keep them on the same enemy. So, but this game had no critical mode. But the third example I had is when Yin Sid came and did his thing, they immediately were like, we're gonna help him. Y'all go. We're gonna make sure that we hold them back. Like, dude, they're like you said, like they're the bros, man. And I found their like the jabbing and all that. I don't know. It just felt, sometimes it can get annoying, but it just felt good this time. I don't know. It just felt like they really are like best friends. I don't know. I think they did Donald and Goofy really well in this game, besides the goddamn ingredient shit. But
I want to know, did Yen Sid, like, where did they learn fucking Final Fantasy magic from? God damn it! I know that's a dumb thing to dwell
well, again,
on, but...
as soon as Donald did that spell, I like I said in chat, I literally was like, Donald, where the fuck is his spell band? But that was before I realized it was like a death spell. Because Goofy, before, as he's doing it, Goofy was like, Donald, no. Like, Goofy knew that shit was about to fuck his ass up. He said, Donald, don't do it, or whatever. And I was like, Goofy, shut your stupid ass up. Donald, where's the spell band? And then, like, tragedy struck. But, damn. Donald, fuck. My boy.
That sequence was dope, though.
That whole kiss ass with the king, though, that shit got annoying this time. They gotta stop that shit. They're such like dick suckers for Mickey. Like every time they like throw Sora into the bus and jump in the camera and shit. It was kind of funny to me too. Like I don't like the dopey Sora, but it was kind of cool like him like not understanding technology and having to explain phones to him. He literally was like, I don't computer, and like that shit was kind of cool. I like how they added stuff in. The Twitter
like
quotes?
in Frozen, they kept commenting on how he's like an island boy, and he's not. This is not his type of place.
Dude, in the Twitter quotes, it took me like half the game to realize that they updated as the story progressed. So like at the end game, they were like spoiling the show of the game, and I was like, wait, they're spoiling the show, and I was like, oh yeah, like it kept updating like the shit they would say, and they would do the hashtags and stuff. That was cool, man. I like little shit like that, little details. And how it was kind of cool. It made it feel so much more connected that they could just call each other and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like and talk, so you could like fill information. Even though Sora kept going, they're like Donald Goofy like, okay, we should call Riku and Mickey and tell them. He's like, nah, they don't need to know. And then later on, he's like, oh, we probably should have told them that.
Riku.
Like, Sora, the fuck? What are you thinking, bro? But yeah, he was. Do you not think that? Okay, Sora's again. Sora's never been the brightest, but don't you think he was abnormally retarded in this game? Like, come on, they have dumbed him down to the point where he's just fucking just a dumb character on a sitcom. Like, ugh, it was obnoxious in this game. Like, it was so blatant.
I don't feel like he was always that way, but
I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he always has been. But I think after Terra, I can't see Sora as being this stupid. Terra is just so fucking stupid, man. Terra's the dumbest character in Kingdom Hearts. I know Zach is gonna back me on that. He's so dumb. Every decision he makes is actively retarded. Terra did not make one good decision about that sleep.
No, dude, Terra's fucking. Oh, this fucking green lady with fucking fire kind of flowing off of her staff wants me to steal a woman's art. Okay.
Xehanort literally is going in the darkness portals and talking about darkness isn't that bad. Unleash the darkness in you. And Terra's like, he's a great guy. He can't lead me into any harm. You know, like, god damn, he's retarded. Like, he's the whole reason that trio got fucked. The entire reason. I mean, Xehanort probably would have figured out how to do it anyway, but god damn, Terra is stupid. I don't know how long it's been since you played Birth by Sleep Chess, but I just know me and Zach had played it recently, and I cannot stop thinking that the entire game. Like, this entire thing is your fucking fault, you dumb, retarded bitch. But he was the Guardian, and that was dope, so he kind of got redeemed in my eyes.
Yeah, I watched my friend play it when it came out. That's what my experience.
Yeah, it's probably the longest Kingdom Hearts and the most annoying and grindy platinum-wise, but story-wise, it's like you can get through it pretty fucking quick. Like each story, you can just kind of run. I mean, the worlds are 2 inches long, so you can like literally just run through that shit. So it's not that long a game really, but yeah, I think I gotta feel the worst. I think don't you think Aqua kind of had it the worst out of everybody? And, like that poor. I'm not a huge Aqua fan. I don't get the fan girlism.
Me either.
Yeah. Dude, fuck that shit. Like, cause I'm glad I was just about to say the thing Ventus, cause one thing that didn't make sense as a plot point, the whole Ventus talking through Sora thing, they did it like twice. They never dealt with that. They never explained it. They never said it. We all knew it was, but like, did y'all notice that? They never dealt with that ever. But they blatantly put that in the game like twice, where obviously Ventus was like, "Oh, go say whatever." You know, you knew it was Ventus saying it because Sora had no idea what it was. But they never explained it. They never dealt with it. I thought that was gonna lead to like something, but it didn't. It never did. Not once. Did y'all pick up on that, or?
I mean, I knew who it was who was talking. I just figured that he knew, and I guess he just didn't want to tell anybody. He's like, I didn't say this.
Yeah, it just made Sora look dumb, and they all kind of made fun of him. And the thing, like, and then he looked super whiny. He was like, "What about my clothes? What about me?" And then Riku was like, "Are you happy now after he gets his clothes?"
I kind of thought Sora was gonna get with Riku after this game. Like, and Riku? Is Riku there?
But yeah, I was gonna say about Ventus, because Ventus didn't really have it that bad, because his heart was inside of Sora, so it's not like, you know. I mean, Aqua really had it like kind of the fucking worst or whatever, so I don't know.
Yeah, she was stuck in darkness
For 10 fucking years, man. Which I don't know how. I don't know if how time works there. I don't know if it's like a difference, or if it was a legit like full 10 years for her. Like it felt that way.
I think they said there's a different. I think they said it flows differently.
In 2.8 they said it flows differently. It's slower there.
But it's still like I was kind of upset that she did give up and go into the darkness at the end. I'm like, we were so close. Like we were right there.
Yeah. That was tragic. I'm like, dude, just fucking kick her while she's down. By the way, that reminds me, Norded literally meant nothing but cosmetic. They all had the same personality stuff, which I was afraid of. I was gonna be mad at, because the whole like gimmick with the organization, what makes them so cool is all their personalities. And I was like, if they're all just like Xehanort clones, that'd be lame. But like, literally all Norded was like cosmetic. It meant nothing else, but just like we're on Team Nord. That's it. So I'm kind of glad, but then I'm also kind of like, that's kind of lame. I don't know. You know, whatever. And then Aqua wasn't even Norded? What the fuck? She wasn't even on Dead.
No, yeah, because the yellow eyes just means you fell to darkness. That's all it means.
But
That's
that's
why young.
never
That's why
happened
young.
historically.
That's why young Xehanort has silver eyes and not yellow eyes.
Right, but that's never happened in the previous titles when people fell to darkness. Like that's a new thing that's happening now. So kind of like Keyblades breaking and upgrading them and shit. It's just like, hey, we're just gonna throw this in. But yeah, we're Norded, huh? Anyway, but yeah, fuck Pooh, fuck Mickey, fuck you for nominating. That's pretty much all I got, I think.
I think Pooh was okay. It wasn't bad.
What about the end? The actual end?
Oh, secret ending.
Wait, what do you mean? You're talking about the epilogue?
Yeah, what everybody sees.
Oh, can I just shout out the Shion and Amine gathering seashells on the beach part? God damn it, yes. Anyway, continue. That was good. Okay, that was the Kingdom Hearts 3 equivalent of Kairi and Naminé holding hands and running down the castle steps in Kingdom Hearts 2. I was just like, please just my game freeze on a loop and just show this over and over again. Anyway, and they ran so girly too. It was so hot. Anyway. What are you saying the epilogue, or are you saying like it's Sora disappearing?
Yeah, we could go from there too. Do you have anything to say about any of that?
I don't know. I don't know if they saw him, if they were really there, if it was just Kairi. I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't. There's no way they'd be partying knowing Sora was gone, and Sora can't be. Kairi can't be back.
Yeah,
everybody said that they noticed and then reacted to them disappearing, but I didn't see anybody react to the disappearance.
Nobody reacted to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Riku looks up in that direction the same way he'd have looked up at his two friends sitting on the thing. And then the camera turns to a totally different direction, and you can't see anybody but Kairi and Sora, and then Sora disappears and Kairi cries.
Right. But didn't she fade out too after that? Because they both disappeared, right?
I'll let you know 1 second.
Because I remember the tree branch being empty, I think. That's why it's confusing. It's like, were both of them there? Was one of them there? Was none of them there? Like, we don't fucking know. That was like, that's such a Nomura ending. That's such a Kingdom Hearts ending.
Like, yeah, it is. But that's like, again, if you didn't fucking, the epilogue probably confused more people than it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people probably Googled what the fuck and they were like, foretellers, what is this?
Right. Which again, all of us who had known about it had, I mean, we all thought it was going to be a big part of Kingdom Hearts 3 and it had literally nothing to do with it at all. So all of Union is like a setup, well, besides like the organization members, they didn't even go into like details about that, so. Like again, we still don't even know who Dimix and Luxford are, so.
Well, yeah, because they don't have real names or counterparts in
right.
The mobile game.
Right, and Ventus isn't really fleshed out or explained at all. Like again, like I said in chat, probably most people don't know that he was actually one of the ancient Keyblade wielders. Like Ventus is from that time before the Keyblade War. So,
right. And even I'm pretty sure even Arlene is only like she's only been recently introduced to the mobile game.
Yeah, but that's always how Nomura does it. He always sprinkles shit that, like, the whole, like, everybody's freaking out in the Indicage too, like, thinking that whole scene that ended up being Birth by Sleep is going to be something, and it ended up being Birth by Sleep. Like, he always sprinkles, like, crazy shit in at the end. So, it was kind of brilliant that he had built it Union up so much, and we thought it was going to be a big part, and it had nothing to do with it at all. But it's going to be a setup for the next series. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that Bray is Lucio. Taking it on face value, I know you're saying the Master's Master thing, but taking it on face value, it's cool that Braig is quote-unquote Lucio. So I think that was a cool reveal.
Why is Sora gotta go save Kairi by himself? Like,
right?
He has all these. Everybody's always got to do everything by themselves. Why
no, that's not. That goes against the grain of the entire series. You don't do things by yourself. Sora, the biggest issue with the game, him breaking down and crying for no reason, was because he was by himself.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
he doesn't know how to fucking be alone. But he does all the time. Like at the end of the DDD, he's like, I gotta just go do something. Oh really? Do you, Sora? You just gotta go do something? You gotta go to Dragon Shores at the end of a Spyro game? Like, what the fuck are you doing, guy?
That would be so sick.
Sora goes to Dragon Shores.
The next Kingdom Hearts game isn't Disney Worlds, it's Sony Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that reminds me again of the fact that, like, at the end of the game, Sora had to go save Kairi, even though she spent 90% of the fucking game. And that's a good point one of y'all made about the fact that they didn't even show this shit. I didn't even think about that. Why didn't it show them training? That would have been cool as fuck.
Oh,
show Merlin training them. Is Merlin a Keyblade wielder? Is he a Heartless? What the fuck is Merlin? Like, what?
What about the
How
fact
does he know
that
how to train
Lee got new
Keyblade
clothes
wielders?
and never put them on?
Well, until the end.
Did he?
Can we all agree that he has the dopest Keyblade?
It's not bad in the 2 scenes it's in.
Right.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You even look
I know y'all
cool,
think this is
snapped in
silly,
half.
but Lee dropped way far down on my list of cool organization characters, cool characters in general, without those eye things. He looks so fucking weird, dude. It's like a girl who wears a heavy makeup and she takes it off and you're like, who the fuck what face is this? It's not the face I know. It's weird. Like, I don't know how y'all aren't taking it back. And I didn't notice at first. I was like, what is wrong with his face? I thought it was the animation, and then it took me a while to realize, where's this fucking thing?
Okay, yeah, he does wear something differently. I didn't even realize that. She-On's ending outfit is so sexy. Oh my god.
It really is. It really is. I think she looks like a
Oh, wait.
yeah,
Can we talk about when Hater dropkicked Semnus?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
What are you doing, kid?
See, that's
Give him a
another.
Keyblade.
That is
Secret
another.
darkness, my ass.
That's another one of those like small Nomura things. I didn't even think about the Twilight characters being in the game at all. Like that wasn't even something I was even thinking about, and he intertwined them in it and made them a big deal. Like small shit like that. Like I love that about Nomura, that he does little shit that you don't even think about. Like that was awesome that he kept them in there, because he could have easily brushed them aside as like, you know, one-off characters or whatever. But that was cool, and the fact that the DDD characters, which are kind of like Twilight characters, kind of in the way they're done, are gonna be possibly part of, you know,
Future.
either the DLC or the next game. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. I like how they did that. And Paulette those green eyes, man. Whew. Hey, girl.
Does Vexen have a purpose now that, like, he's perfected the replica program?
I kind of felt like Vexen had kind of like a redemption. I liked Vexen's arc. I thought it was a redemption arc. Like that.
No, it did. Like, I know, because, again, he just...
Because he's always
like,
been kind of a slimy little
If you
cunt,
read...
but...
Well, again, if you read the secret reports, he did feel bad at one point about some of the stuff he was doing, and he wanted to atone.
And
but...
Axel did just straight up fucking kill him.
I don't know.
Like he had a legitimate reason to hate Axel. Like Axel.
Maybe it's just
like,
because he's like that rat-faced, easy-to-hate person, you know what
Well,
I mean?
they make him look, you know, despicable, you know? Like, you'd put him on a registry in the real world. Like, he looks creepy as hell. He looks like a mad scientist. That's what, you know, that's what he looks like.
Yeah, no, he does. He's typical, like, mad scientist.
But they all did him dirty, and he had a complex. I mean, if you watch Chain of Memories, he's constantly going, but I'm number 4, you can't talk to me like that. Like, he was obviously had, like, insecurity issues, and then again, Axel straight up fucking murdered him. So, like...
I would not.
Yeah.
I would never play frisbee with his son Axel, because like.
I was gonna say that, dude.
For burrs, dude.
Dude, they're ferocious. Dude, as soon as I saw them throwing that shit, I was like, God damn, like I'm not catching that shit.
Well, I mean, he's a berserker, man. Like he's.
Yes.
Like...
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. I struggle with his data fight. Yeah, he's.
All right, well, hold on. Okay, yeah, no, wait. Riku doesn't even look at them. He looks at the sunset, and then the camera completely pans over to Riku and Kairi.
So no one even looks at them?
No.
What the hell, man? That makes no... What did you think, Chaz, when you first saw it? Like, what do you think?
What are you talking about? Axel's... Like...
No, I'm sorry. We jumped to the about Sora and Kairi.
Kairi cries before Sora disappears.
That alright, so the first time I actually missed it because I was streaming. So I had to go back when Zach told me, and I didn't know how to feel, because I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So you're telling me, like, the only thing I can guess is that whatchamacallit, that scene right there is probably between whatever next game or a number game or whatever, and we play as Sora and he saves her, but he sacrifices himself or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah. Well, I think that's just a big a play on young you know, YX, you know what I'm saying? Or he was straight like, if you use that power too much, you're gonna regret it. So I
Yeah.
think it's kind of obvious, even though it's Nomura and saying anything obvious is just gonna bite you in the ass. But I think it's kind of obvious that he used that power on Kyrie and he disappeared because of it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but not only young Zadar, Yen Sid said it multiple times. I think Mickey said it too. He's like, that's not how you're supposed to use the power awakening. Like multiple people told him. Like it wasn't
Right.
just young
And then-
Zadar. Like a lot of people told him.
And then there's the secret ending, and we know that we know that the world ends with you is about a death game, people that die and want to come back.
Right.
So them even hinting at that at the end is just like, well, okay, let's go on. Let's look for some Phoenix Downs, man.
Yeah. Like the Kupo coin meme. That was adorable to have a Kupo coin that you never use ever because you don't need it because you just floated the game. But
I don't even think I ever bought one.
did Axel and Issa look younger to you on the island? Because watching old scenes of Xidax, they must have made his character look younger because he looked a little older. And I don't mean like old, but he looked, you know, like way older than like all, you know, the main kind of cast. Because they're all like kind of like, you know, like barely adult kind of age, I feel like.
Well, I mean,
So-
what you think about? You mean in this game? Because
Yeah, well,
PS2
yeah, in the
era,
game, but
definitely.
specifically on the island at the end, they like Axel or Lee and Issa looked hella young. They looked like they were the same age as Sid and Riku.
they're not super rendered very often. A lot of theirs, you know what I mean? A lot of their cutscenes are in game. That's like super rendered, you know, Square Enix to the max kind of cutscene.
Dude, I'm glad you noticed that Frisbee thing because I thought the same thing. I was like, God damn, fucking
These
beast.
kids- yeah, dude. That's like with Roxas. I think it was Roxas. It might have been Ven. Who cares at this point?
Yeah, whatever.
No, it's Roxas because the other trio's gone. They're not. They're there. They're not there. Terra and Aqua and them aren't there. Fuck them.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, wait, they're not? No,
No.
they are.
No, they're not.
Were they not? Are you sure?
I just watched it, dude.
I didn't even notice that.
No, because he
I was
doesn't
too
go
busy
to pick
watching
them up.
Name and Shion play in the water. God damn it.
No, yeah, it's the Twilight kids are making a sand castle. Donald and Goofy are making a sand duck.
No, I believe you. I
Yeah.
never thought about the fact
Well,
that
I'm
they weren't there.
replaying it in my head. Yeah, no, unless they're like off to the side, and not really visible.
Well, no. If you think about it, though, the land of departure scene kind of happened at the same time Riku was picking everybody up. So maybe they went off to kind of do their own thing with Master Ericus. Maybe that was all in the same time period, so they just didn't go to that. So,
Well,
plus
what's
all-
confusing
all-
about that too is because that world isn't that world. Like, didn't they kind of hint that that's like Scala at Kylum? Because like, when you flip it, you get that same tower.
I don't know.
That tower, the tower that is, you know, the BBS world, the hub world there. That tower is in at Skylum, but like upside down.
I don't know.
And that's why that world is kind of hanging by chains and pieces. Because it's like a broken world.
I don't remember even hearing that. But that
I think
part of the reason
I
too that they were
remember something
separated.
like that.
Oh, go ahead, Chaz.
Oh, no, I remember them saying that. I think that was the first world that spawned up after the worlds broke apart. So I think you're
Departure
right.
was playable in BBS, but well, sort of playable. But I was gonna say that part of the reason the BBS character was separated too was because they like all the other characters kind of like are intertwined and are like similar ages, and like the BBS are just like so far separated. Like they're decades apart. Like they should be like way older than our group because it's been fucking 10 years. But because of circumstances, they all look the same. But they're a totally different thing, kind of. Like I mean, like all the other characters on that island kind of have stuff to do with each other, and like BBS people don't at all. So.
What about the very end where they're playing and young Ericus, or actually he's just called Boy in White. He's that young.
By the way, did you know that was
say-
Drake Bell? Because I did not know it was Drake Bell until I read it was Drake Bell, and then I could not hear Drake Bell. So
Who's Drake
I
Bell?
knew it was Drake Bell from.
young Ericus when he was playing chess. That was Drake Bell.
Yeah.
And young Xehanort in that scene, not regular young
Again,
Xehanort, but
they're
in that
not
scene with
called
Ericus
that,
was
though.
something. I
They're
remember
called
something.
Boy in Black and Boy in White. They're not ever called Young
Right,
Ericus or
but-
Young Xehanort.
But yeah, but they're Eric and young Xehanort. That's confirmed.
Shh. No, nothing's confirmed.
Oh, it's confirmed.
Everything is suspicious.
Nomura's confirmed that shit, Rich.
Yeah, they go to start it. He's like, here, I'll show you a new game, and he lays out 7 pieces, and then goes to slam the sword piece. Like, what the fuck could that mean?
Nah, I don't fucking
So
know.
the secret ended.
But they
That's the
reset
new game.
after everybody died, and Sora came back and brought them back. He reset the board. So, by
Well,
the way, did you think Master Ericus was like Asian in Birth by Sleep? Because that's the way he looked, and then his young self didn't look Asian at all. He looks Asian as hell to me in Birth by Sleep.
I think that's just because he's got the.
Yeah, it's probably an animation thing, but he looks very. fucking
Yeah,
Asian.
I think it's just because he's got a kimono, the haircut, the grade beard.
Yeah,
he,
the way
his character is definitely modeled after a traditional Japanese sensei, I would say.
Yes, yeah, that's a good explain. But his young version didn't look like that at all. That's why I was like, what?
Okay, so he's a white guy who runs a dojo. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't even know I want to talk about the secret name because I don't even know what the fuck to even say besides Shibuya, and I mean like we literally know nothing besides they're in an alternate reality as confirmed by Nomura. But like, okay,
In
we'll
our
see.
world, like, it's weird. Are we
They're-
done with Disney? Are they gonna break their contract with Disney now? Is that what he wants to do? So he doesn't have to keep waiting for Disney Worlds and Disney approval on shit? Maybe that's what he's gonna do.
Well, I thought about that because people have been talking about that, and I thought about like, oh, cool, it'd be dope we could do Final Fantasy type worlds and stuff. But then I thought about like, fucking Donald and Goofy and fucking Mickey and fucking Jiminy and so many characters that are Disney characters that are so intertwined with the story. Like, if you take some of those characters out, it's not Kingdom Hearts anymore. Like, if Donald and Goofy are gone, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you kind of can't do that because they're so intertwined with the fucking lore and shit. So, you kind of can't separate Disney from Kingdom Hearts at this point.
yeah,
It
it
wouldn't make any
is.
sense.
And I think it would sell less too as well.
Yeah, it's not just the worlds, because it took me a second to realize that, and I was like, wait, no, like, most of the cast is fucking, well, not most of them, but a good chunk of the cast is fucking Disney, so.
Would you say the game felt more like a build-up to more, or the end of something?
I felt like there were seeds sown, but I felt like he wrapped up what majorly we wanted. Like, obviously there's things he didn't do, but like the main trios, what everybody's been wanting, he wrapped up, and I think he did a good job of that.
Yeah. I think he did
Like
wrap up.
the trio's got a satisfying ending. Say what you will, the trio's got a satisfying ending, I think.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did, but I hope it's not in a way where we don't ever see them again.
No, I think
Nah,
they
well, they
wrapped
gotta be
up
in the
for
game.
sure, but they definitely left. Well, they left room to expand the world for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think he did them well. Again, I don't like all those characters, but I felt something when I saw the reunions. Like, it made me happy. Oh, by the way, Nomura even made a backhanded comment on how it should have been obvious and it should have been implied about Shion, and I had no fucking problem with Shion because they say multiple times throughout the game how different things can develop their own hearts and like things that aren't like anime, like replicas and fucking toys and shit can create their own hearts. They went out of their way to say that shit. And Shion was fucking Sora's memories, but she was also her own like little thing in person, so why can't she develop a heart? That made sense. That makes sense with, it's the same kind of concept of nominating Roxas. It's not the exact same thing because she's a different thing, but
Right.
they go out of their way to explain how things can develop hearts. They say
I
it
mean,
multiple times. I
worlds
was
have
not
hearts as
confused or
well.
shocked at all about
Yeah.
Shion. Like, how is everybody fucking confused? It
Did
makes
you
sense to me.
notice? Did you notice that Riku and Kairi never say one word to each other the entire game? Not one line.
Because
I
they're
did notice that,
competing
but that's
each
also
other.
because Kyrie was, trying to be a Keyblade wielder the whole time. So, because she had her big moment to get killed by Xehanort. So she had to train for that.
Okay, but like there's a ton of people who didn't have any interactions. Terra didn't interact with anybody. Nobody
Terra wasn't even
interacted with
revealed
it.
to the very end of the game, though. Like,
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, nobody.
the big
It just
thing with
feels like
Terra,
there's a
because
lot of missed
because
stuff.
okay, the big thing with Terra, because the only reason I care about like Terra's happy ending is because of Aqua and Ven. They deserved to have that ending, and unfortunately that means Terra. And then Terra being the Guardian was cool, but like that's all we needed from him. Like, we don't need anything else from him. Like, we don't need him and Axel to go get a beer together. Like, I mean, I don't know.
We needed
Like,
them
that
to
was
get a
fine.
ice cream together though.
What? Yeah. Dude, when Issa sat down on that clock tower, I was like, oh, that was dope, man. When he and then when him and I'm just gonna say the organization names because I keep getting confused. But when Axel was sitting on the clock tower and Xidax came and sat next to him and like gave him ice cream, and I was like, oh, cool. It's pretty dope. By the way, when he pulled out the ice cream with Kyrie, where the fuck did he get that? That was just in his pockets, just sitting there waiting, because he pulled him out of nowhere and offered her ice cream. Like, where did you get that, bruh? You're not even in Twilight Town. Like, what the fuck?
He magicked it up. Keyblades are awesome.
Right. There's a
That's the
storage
power of the
compartment
Keyblade.
in there.
That's another thing I didn't notice until our YouTuber pointed out. He's like a comedian, and he was really funny about it. But like, where the fuck did that come from? And I was like, yeah, good point. I'm too worried about his fucking eye things being missing. But dude, it's so jarring. I don't know how you're not bothered by that. His face looks completely different without it. By the way, his hair being wavy was weird to me. Because he always had that spiky look, but his hair always like waved in the wind, which is cool like graphically, but it's also like weird to see him have like wavy ass hair. It's like, oh god.
Aqua lost to Ventus after she's beat him 3 times in the past, but she lost to him in this game. And then she lost 3 times in the. She lost 3 separate times in the Keyblade Graveyard. She went down.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Aqua versus
I'm
Venus.
confused.
She lost to Ventus in the cutscene, and then Rox woke up and not Rox. Ventus woke up and saved her.
She
But
lost to Ventus. What?
Vanitas, I mean.
Venus, there you
Oh.
She
Okay,
lost to
what the
Vanitas after she's beaten him 3 times in the past, but she lost this time.
I mean, she also lost hope too.
Okay,
so
but she
I don't
also
think
got
they
a-
did anything
yeah,
to
but
her
her-
powers.
Her and Ventus went down twice in the Keyblade Graveyard. They didn't do shit. They got beaten up twice.
Most
It
people
didn't do
didn't. That's
shit.
why I wanted more people to have their moments. But again, I'll defend them more on that. I think that was more like those scenes were more about the reunions and the big reveals, because that's literally when we got Roxas, Shion, Terra. Like that's when we got all them back. So I think he was focused more on that. Like I get it, but I
yeah,
can
but
also
yeah,
defend
but
him on that.
yeah, he gave more closure to the organization than he did any of the
But
members. He
they're
treated all the
they're-
members like shit just to give the organization their time to shine.
But they're a huge part of the fucking story. Like they're
No, they are. I get that. I'm just saying,
they're,
like, I don't
they're
know.
literally every game but the first one. Literally every game but the first one, I think. Oh, and obviously all the union shit, but in one form or another.
I don't know. The BBS trio just felt a little weak. Like they had to be there because it was like.
But you got to be a
save
little
them.
generous and realize everything. I mean, me and you talked about before the game. Like I don't see how, unless they're doing story stuff constantly, I don't see how he wraps everything up. And I think he did a really good job at it. There's so much he had to do. Like it's easy to go back and nitpick. Oh, he didn't do this. Oh, he didn't do that. And I agree with your criticisms on it. But again, it's like he did a lot of things. He did a lot of things he didn't have to do. He did a lot of small things.
We could have had a lot less Disney stuff. Nobody liked the Disney stuff. It's dumb bullshit.
Right, but then again, if he just did a straight game of just wrapping everything up with no Disney, people would have bitched about that and had a problem with that because that's not Kingdom Hearts. So
You intertwine it more to the story.
I mean,
You could have wrapped up people's stuff within the worlds better.
but I think he did, like Vexen and fucking Luxford and Pirates, Young Xehanort. Like I think a lot of people had a lot of good scenes in the game.
Okay, but Frozen was completely pointless. They went there in case they need more things, and Larxene showed up and taunted them. Like Frozen was completely pointless as a world.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, literally Frozen was only in there because it's fucking Frozen. That's
Toy
the
Story
only-
was kind of pointless. as a
Frozen was
world.
one of
Like,
my favorite worlds.
It didn't do anything for the story.
No, Toy Story was dope. You go fuck yourself.
It still didn't do anything for the overarching story, though.
Dude, that's every game though. What? See,
Yeah.
that's again, that's my problem with people criticizing.
Wait, that's what I'm
Hearts
saying.
3
That's real
so
estate.
heavily.
They could have fixed that though.
But that's every
No,
Kingdom
but
Hearts
you
game. That's
need
again, that's
that.
putting way more pressure on one game than an entire series. It's consistent with the rest of the series. Like, why are we not shitting on the other games for that? Like,
Oh, I
we're
do.
not. Everybody
That
wants
is a
to
gripe
just
I
piss
have with
on
every game.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, well, that's fine. That's consistent at least. But everybody's putting pressure on Kingdom Hearts 3 that they're not putting on the other ones. They all have to do their part in the story.
Because the other
except for
ones weren't in
recoding.
development for fucking 15 years.
Well, I mean, they also had a huge engine change, which was a big deal. They
That has nothing to do with story.
What?
That has nothing to do with story writing and pacing.
Yes, it does. They had to basically like redo the entire game. There's a lot to that. I don't know. I mean, I get a lot of what you're saying. I just think it's a little, I mean, a little too hard on him because he did a lot of things. He didn't have to give the organization members any lines. Like, I agree with you about Marluxia. Trust me, I agree with you about Marluxia and Maxime because they're some of my favorites. But it's like he didn't have to give them anything, and he did because Marluxia's line was still like a cool thing. You know, like he kind of like remembering and seeing the shit and like feeling and for the first time like there's things there.
Why didn't he feel when we beat him in the recom?
Because he was becoming a somebody. Maybe his Heartless wasn't defeated. I don't know.
Exactly. It's inconsistent.
Will you just goddamn kill yourself?
Why would they have these breakdowns now? Why didn't they have them before when they were beaten? Before they were just like, no, our plans. The plans that they even set themselves, they don't even fucking care about.
Because they're actually somebodies this time. They're not actually fucking nobodies. I don't know. I actually don't know how that works because they're all somebodies and they're kind of nobodies now and other somebodies. I don't know. That's a little confusing. I'm more mad that fucking Zaldin had no lines in this game. But
yeah, especially with Vexen. Vexen, like, literally, like, they say, like, we found his lab coat and he was gone or something. Like, he literally killed himself right there to become a nobody. But then all of a sudden,
I didn't even catch that. I thought he was faking being the nobody. I did not catch that. That's a good point.
No, I'm pretty sure to be able to, because he used darkness to teleport to that meeting. Yeah, you can't do that as a somebody.
Yeah,
special somebodies you can, but
no, that's a good point.
yeah, he literally killed himself to become a nobody to be able to go and do what he had to do, which means they all had to have.
Yeah, he had Vexen had a really good arc in this one, I think.
Because that's another thing too. They never showed Arlene and Laurium waking up anywhere. They showed Ienzo and Vexen. They showed all of them waking up at the end of Dream Drop. They didn't really show.
But I think that's because they're intertwined with Union. So I think that's going to be like plot points for later on. Because again, remember, Union had very little to do with this game at all. I think that's
plot
for the
points
next
for a
series.
game that we don't even play. We're gonna have to Google fucking Unchained Key update every couple weeks.
Right, I know, but look, he always sows seeds for future shit in the games. You're like, what the fuck does that have to do with the game? So Union clearly, the way I look at it, Union and Masters and all that shit is all been set up for like the next series. I'm gonna call it series, but yeah, because I don't know how many games it is. But yeah, that's set up for the next kind of series. So I think all that's gonna be introduced there. It wouldn't have made any sense kind of to have put in their somebody versions in there, but like Marluxia literally said, like that's who Sora said too, like we should hang out or grab a beer. He didn't say that, but kind of like that as somebody's or whatever. Like that kind of sets up for like they're gonna meet them in the future. So because clearly Marluxia and Martino
said something like that.
I don't know. I can't remember who he said.
You said want to play a game.
Sora said something to Marluxia about meeting up again. I remember that specifically. So I think that's set up to where
he said that to everybody though, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He didn't. But it was Marluxia and Lexford had those two similar lines, but not everybody else did.
I don't know, man.
It was funny though to have everybody have like this heartfelt kind of moment, even fucking Zimnus and Ansem, and then you have young Zeno that's just like, yeah, you're gonna die, bitch, and then Vanitas like,
and Vanitas, who's just like, I'm darkness.
It was like, oh, okay, well, fuck you then. So
it's like, why do you have to be this way? You don't have to follow him. I'm darkness. You don't have to be. Yes, I do. I'm dark.
But again,
Come on.
that's consistent
he's
though. Like
true
if
to
Vanitas
his
turned around and
heart.
started wearing like a team friendship shirt, that would have been weird. Because Vanitas is pure darkness. That's literally what he is. He is pure darkness. It makes no sense. Everybody else isn't pure darkness. He's like the only one in the series. It's like literally extracted darkness. So I think it made sense. Again, huge Vanitas fan. Huge Vanitas fan. I feel you on that. But again, if I'm being honest, it's consistent with what he is. That makes sense to me. You know, had he started hugging and crying to everybody, it would have been weird. You know, you're right. I'm a dick.
No, I think it would have. And again, this is probably just my preference. It's got nothing to do.
No,
with,
it's gay. That's more power of friendship. Bullshit.
No. I think it would have
Cheap.
been slightly better if like they showed his hint for wanting more, or wanting some kind of light, but still being too prideful to care, like letting himself
agree,
die rather.
But
than...
had Nomura made that shit canon, I completely agree with you. But if you look in game, besides that one little thing you're talking about that I have to go back and look at because I don't remember. But like there's nothing in the game series about that. Like there's nothing about that book or that chapter, that whatever, and it's not confirmed to be canon. So if you look just at the games, like I mean, it is what it is. I'm more mad that he didn't say too slow and then he only showed half his face, and Sora realized it was him with half his face. It made no sense. But whatever. You're mean. Cover half your face and see if you look the same. You don't. You don't fucking look the same. You need both sides of your fucking face.
No, there's a reason that like 90% of masks and shit either cover the eyes and leave the mouth, or do the mouth and leave the eyes. You can't. Most people can't be told by half a face without some kind of distinguishing mark.
Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been dope to see, like Sora, fucking see full on Vanitas. But wait, why does he look like? But yeah. I don't know. I think he did a good job. Everything. Obviously, I'm obviously not happy. Like I wanted more for certain people and stuff, but I mean, you just gotta look at the amount of things that happen. Like the amount of things he did resolve.
Yeah.
Is really great. I think.
Yeah, but.
And fucking nominates back, and that's the most important thing out of the entire series. So that's all that should matter.
I didn't want to be left in the same state I've been this whole time, like waiting for more. It's not the state I wanted to be left in.
Though. He always does that. He always dangles that shit in front of us, like you dick.
Come on, dude. How old am I gonna be before I see the next Kingdom Hearts game?
Probably a long time. Well, the dev cycle is going to be quicker. There'll probably be a few years now because again, like with Kingdom Hearts 3, they had to change engines, and they did pump out a few games in between. It wasn't like there's no Kingdom Hearts between 2 and 3. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm excited for the next series because like the mysteries of the Master, I'm like already so fascinated by that shit. He's already way more of an interesting villain. I don't even know he's a villain. I'm just assuming he is. But he's way more of an interesting villain to me than Xehanort, and I like Xehanort. So.
What the fuck was Lushu's role? He did nothing except let the bad guy do stuff and then get stopped.
Well, that's what I was thinking too when I found that out. Like there's so many times that like Xigbar could have got killed and did get killed. Like how did he? There had to be a way that he was like protected or whatever, because he still had the role of like watching or whatever, because that's the only thing we know about his role. So he had to watch and make sure,
And that's really all he's done is observe. Like he's just been there.
Right, but the foretellers hinted at like other parts of his role, like that scene. They hinted at there was more to it. And he's like, remember, because they said what was your role, and he's like, do you like long stories or whatever he said, and then it cuts off. So like.
Well, no, and then it zooms out to Maleficent.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Watching
that bitch is pointless. So.
Why? But no, she can't be because she knows what's in the box somehow.
She's pointless in Kingdom Hearts 3. I meant. I know she's not pointless to the series. I like that they've kept her relevant. That's kind of cool to me. Another reason they can't get rid of Disney, because Maleficent literally fucking went to the data world and recoded and then went back in time. So like she's so interconnected with everything. So.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was Pete in Kingdom Hearts 1? I get they hadn't had everything fleshed out, but did they ever like make a side comment about where he was? Like, it's like the only game he wasn't in there. Like,
He was
Really?
trapped in darkness because Maleficent rescued him. He was in a world that
Was that
fell into
it?
darkness. Yeah,
Yeah.
He has an answer for everything, doesn't he?
I think
have no idea
so.
what
I
he's
believe that's something. That's why he follows Maleficent, because she rescued him, like, she was just walking through, I think, and grabbed him or something. I don't know. Mickey Mouse is an asshole.
Dude, Mickey Mouse is such a fucking dick, dude.
Well, yeah, he left Aqua there to rot, too.
Dude, yeah, they did so fucking much.
And then didn't tell Riku that he did that, and so Riku felt bad.
Yeah, he left out a lot of information because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember Mickey being like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I should have told you about that," and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god. He's definitely a better healer than Donald though, in 0.2, which by the way has the worst fucking critical mode out of the entire fucking series. Fuck 0.2, fuck it to hell. It's the only Kingdom Hearts game that I would kick out of the series and it could die a painful death. Fuck 0.2. Most pointless fucking game. That critical mode literally punished you for everything. You got no perks whatsoever. Everything was against you. Like, there's nothing redeemable about that critical mode.
I don't think I played Critical.
Oh, don't. It's fucking ass.
Well, I don't have the game.
Dude, that was one of the
I
hardest
only
fucking
rented it.
games. And it was the shortest. You could finish that game in like 20 minutes.
I did.
But it's like fucking
I
ridiculously
enjoyed
hard.
the, whatchamacallit? Beat the game on Proud or Critical. It's not gonna fucking tell me, which I did, of course.
Oh no. Well, if you're gonna play one of those, you're better off playing critical because you do more damage on critical. Beginner and critical are the ones you do the most damage on. So
I beat it, so I'm good. There's not like there's a trophy anyway.
well, no, it was probably proud because I promise you'd remember critical mode because it's, dude, the fucking Phantom Aqua is just a dumb fucking cunt bitch. Dude, I fought her on beginner mode because you had to beat the super boss Phantom Aqua, like the secret boss. On beginner mode at like level 70, she was I couldn't beat her. She was fucking me up on fucking beginner. So I had to literally grind to 99 on beginner to beat her stupid ass. Never in my fucking life. Give me Data Vexen anytime. Holy shit. Data Vexen was probably one of the most annoying data fights in Kingdom Hearts 2, but not because of Vexen. Like, Zaldin and Luxine, them, they get the credit for being harder because it was them. It was this fucking anti-sword that fucked you the fuck up. I don't know if you ever fought the data versions, but fuck Vexen's fight. That little bitch-ass anti-sword was dumb.
What the fuck? I know I have screenshots for the game, because you take... Oh, there it is.
Did you play 0.2, Chaz?
No, I didn't play it, but I got some of the cutscenes. I watched most of the cutscenes.
Yeah,
No, you're right. It was proud mode. I Thundaga'd 92 times.
Yeah, so bad. No, again, I was gonna tell you, you would remember that critical mode. It's the dumbest in the entire series.
I beat the game in 7.5 hours.
Speaking of 0.2, and talking about like Nomura, like everyone wants to say plot holes, but he literally ties everything together. Even fucking Mickey missing his shirt. Did you see how they? Oh my god, dude, I was like, really? That's how you explain that shit? Oh my god! But he has an answer for everything. I love it. Here's a plot hole, and Nomura's like, hold my beer. Shit.
I got that.
I got your plot hole, bitch. Let's get Mickey's fucking shirt off real quick.
I just hope we don't have to wait too long for DLC.
It's
interested to know what it's
he said
gonna be.
2019. He said 2019, so.
Well, yeah, because he wants to be done with this so he can just work on other stuff.
Which I don't mind. Like, I'd rather you not do Final Fantasy 15 and spend 3 years making DLC. Get on to the next game. Hell yeah. Whatever. I don't know. I don't want Xion DLC. I don't hate Xion. I love Xion. Unlike a few of the other characters that I don't like Aqua. Well, I don't not like her, but it's not fair. I like Xion, but I don't want a DLC of Xion. I don't. Fuck that shit. That's a dumb DLC.
I don't think it's just gonna explain how she came to be. I don't think it's gonna be about her specifically. I think it's just
I hope not, because there's so many other things to get it. My problem is there's so many other things to get it on DLC on.
You're gonna play it's inside or info right here. You're gonna play as Demix,
Oh God.
and you're gonna do the whole betrayal. You're gonna bounce around and do this, bring people bodies, because he's basically an Undertaker. He just hauls around bodies now.
There's gonna be Dylan is the main character, and then
Mom.
and then Alias and Dylan walk around with him, but they don't say a fucking word. They don't talk the entire game, but they're like his companions.
Can we talk about how white of a name Dylan is for everybody in this game?
Yes.
Who's just named Dylan?
Yeah, because you have like Enzo, Alias, Issa, Lee, and then you have fucking
Okay,
Dylan.
you could just go into the dude. Fuck the organization, the entire series, and then there's a Dylan.
Yeah, that's true. Even the regular people, fucking Hayner, Pence, Alette, you know, like even like I was about to say the nobodies, but that would have been confusing because
And everybody else is named after Final Fantasy characters, which again, I guess Leon is a little white, but
yeah, but you're right. Fucking Dylan.
Dylan.
I'm trying to think if it's yeah, I think that's all of them. Because I can't ever say Larxene and Marluxia's real name. It's confusing. Oh yeah, Lorium and whatever.
Erlene.
Yeah.
Again, and
Oh,
apparently.
Evan though.
Oh, you're right. There's Evan.
I knew there was another one, but dude, him and Zigbar and the Hoods were so pointless. Like that entire scene where he's talking and you're clearly like that's Vexen, and then he does the reveal at the end. You're like, we know you have such a
your
secret
voice
voice. It was
sounds
like Zigbar at the end. I was like, Zigbar? Like, what do you...
Okay, if I were to say Ava is Kyrie's grandmother, what would you say?
Holy shit. That's definitely a Nomura plot point that I could see.
And think about it, she's the one telling the story in BBS or whatever. Like she's known this, like she's seen time itself. You know what I mean? She knows everything, which is rare. Not a lot of people know the history of the worlds.
That's true. Did you make that up or did you hear that somewhere?
I came across it the other night when I was knee deep in everything.
Did you have the same thought I did about Ava? That like, I don't know if it's the way she kind of has like a similar like, you know, Shion Kyrie body type, but like the mask and everything. But like you can only see part of her face, but can't you tell she's gonna be like cute? I could just tell. She wore a mask the whole time, but I could just tell. The other bitch, not so much. But...
I forget her name. Envy, yo, no, Envy's probably like a sexy, mature girl, yo.
Fucking
I can
dude,
see
no,
that.
she's not gonna be hot at all. No, I can tell.
You can go fuck yourself.
Dude, Ava has the same body type as the three Kyries. Like,
We don't know anything about Ava. We don't know if she's 15 or if she's 25.
what? It's so sad that the Kyrie clones are way more important and way better and have way better arcs than the actual like Kyrie. Kyrie is the most pointless character in Kingdom Hearts, I think.
In the next game,
Except she's been Sora's anchor every time he fucks up. That's all.
in the future game when you play her, she's gonna be good.
No, she's not. She's gonna wish she was Aqua. We're gonna wish we had Aqua, which isn't a thought we should have.
An entire game training to get killed.
Wow.
She got trained to get killed again by fucking Gameplay. That's a big moment.
Time out.
You went to the Matrix and came back out.
The way you just roboted was insane. Oh my god. I understood it perfectly, but it was in like slow-mo radio wave robot. Oh my god. Holy shit. But yeah, no, you're right. I don't think Kyrie can be redeemed at this point. She's just basically.
But yeah, dude, she kills one Shadow Heartless. Literally one. It so specifically shows one Heartless. That's all she does. No, she can't.
Well, fuck her. I mean, what is she? She's just a plot point, man.
Look,
dude, think about it though. They have this whole love story, which I like. But Sora and Kyrie like barely talk in the series. I get they're childhood friends and they grew up together and shit. But like, they barely even talk in the fucking series. Like hardly. more in Kingdom Hearts 2 than any other game, but
Or it's not even that they didn't even grow up together that long, to be honest. She showed up one day, like fairly close to Kingdom Hearts, because they show Riku and
Yeah.
Sora's kids, and then
5
and then
and then like 14.
and then
so
yeah, and then
like
10 years
years.
later or whatever, 7 years later, I think.
So they're together about 9-10 years. That's I mean I get it. They didn't grow up
Yeah, I don't know.
young.
Hello.
I mean, come on. Kyrie and Birth by Sleep was like 5. I don't know the exact.
Well, yeah, they're all the
Why
same
did
age, but we
Naminé
don't
not
know
get
when
a
she went
fucking
to
outfit?
Destiny Islands.
Why did Naminé not get an outfit?
Because she looks best in a little fucking
White dress
psychiatric ward outfit.
with her cute little blue sandals.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so you want to head into final thoughts?
I want Keyblade. We've seen Xion, but yeah, Kyrie is
And-
completely irrelevant. I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she's just there so Sora kills himself and has an excuse to go to the world that ends with you.
Okay, is that your official last statement? Gotcha. Chaz?
Yeah.
Also, what do you want in future games?
Nominate wielding a Keyblade.
I just don't. I just hope they don't completely abandon every other trio.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like,
Well, can we even
that-
call the other ones a trio?
matter.
Because like there's Hainer, Pence, Xion, Roxas, Issa, Axel. Like that's a
well,
fucking.
they all come in trios. You got like yeah, Hainer, Pinto, Light. Then you have Donald, Goofy, and Mickey technically, and like they all come in kind of like threes. And it's even the 2 guys 1 girl thing. Like holy shit. Like even with Hainer,
Is Donald the girl? Is Mickey?
Well, no, not them. But like I was gonna say, Hainer, Pinto, and Olette. That's even like the 2.
Oh, so did he drop?
He-
Okay. I guess my final thoughts. I basically love the gameplay, even though it was easy in the beginning. If you do like a rush through gameplay like I did, it gets harder towards the mainly like the Badlands boss fights, which I thought was cool, and the Pirates World. So that kind of balanced it out.
Yeah. I mean, gameplay is phenomenal. I don't know. I don't think anybody can dispute that.
Yeah. Well, I'm also talking, I guess, about difficulty. Difficulty can get harder if you definitely don't grind at all and you just play the game straight through. When you hit the Badlands, like as soon as you finish the Disney part, it gets really tough. After that, I do in the future games, I want to be able to play with Aqua.
Okay,
with
I just had an
Terra.
entire fucking monologue to myself. I guess I don't know how long I've been gone, but I just realized when nobody responded that I was gone.
Yeah, somehow you dropped. But I'm just gonna wrap up and then you can go. I do in the future games I would like to be playing with different characters, as in like have like a little swap, and while we're like in this game while we were training we could have, I mean not while we were training, but while we were playing we could have saw how Kyrie and Lee were training, maybe even played
Yeah, I agree.
a couple
That's
of
what I want.
fights with them.
I want a
training.
game. No, I want a game that's like Issa and Axel just going off to find Girl X.
But
Like
Chaz,
that,
from you
just
specifically,
the 2 of
who?
them.
Who?
Because like don't just say playable characters, because I think that matters. Like who do you want to see playable?
Ooh, Lee, Aqua. I want more with Aqua, with Vent. With
That bitch got an entire game. Fuck her. But you know, I agree with like Lee and that kind of shit.
but as a
Naminé,
like
I know you already
overall,
mentioned her, but
Who's that again? I don't remember
Name.
her. She might have erased my memory.
No,
or
that's
something.
no, that's Shion. You don't remember. You
She
definitely
might.
remember Nominee.
She
She's
might have
not
erased
making
my
it.
Oh,
memories or
she's
something.
sad.
And yeah,
I'm sad though.
I like the game. I guess that's all I have to say. What about you?
That's cool. What did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
Holy
It's on
shit,
you.
We started at 9. Did we really start at 9 o'clock?
About yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
This is long. I probably won't edit it. And
I'll be quick because I don't know how much y'all heard what I was saying, but I was basically backing up Zach. I want everybody that came back to matter. I want to see, you know, like seeing Marluxia, all of them come back because that was kind of set up. Like basically, I want to see, you know, people be relevant in the games that have come back. Like don't just brush them aside like little side characters. Like yeah, that's important. So I want to see all that, and also nominate Little Keyblade. But yeah, that's all I want. So.
okay, so now it's time for this pre-recorded part. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the dislike button. But also comment and tell me why you didn't like the video. And sub if you're new to the channel. I'm gonna be dropping content, you know, as much as I can. And we're out.